Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go. Ow, let's start this show. King Woman News gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman News.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman News. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman News, coming just for you. King Roman News, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Roman News, King Roman News.
What the fuck? Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I had to reset my entire screen this morning. Can you hear me? Oh gosh. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you all. Thank you for being here. I was sitting here talking the whole time. Y'all didn't even hear nothing I said. Good morning, news crew. It is time for me to get out of this chair. Oh, it is 6:34 a.m. I am here. It is June 6th, and it is so much stuff to catch up on. I hope you all have had a great weekend, a well-rested weekend. There was a lot going on this weekend, both in hot topics and both in local news, and so I am so glad here to bring you the latest and the greatest. Before I say that, I want to let you know that because we have the Bad Boys LA finale episode last night, and I missed like a couple of episodes, I've set up a live, so it's right on my page currently now for tonight at 9 p.m. We're gonna do a Bad Boys LA finale. I'm gonna have some drinks. We're gonna have some clips. We're gonna talk our shit. We're gonna have a good time. But that whole entire live will be dedicated to Bad Boys LA. I didn't want to jam pack it into this live and then we have a whole 2-hour, 3-hour show. No, we're gonna do it tonight, and hopefully tonight I can begin doing like Monday night lives. So join me tonight, Monday, tonight at 9 p.m. on the channel, and we can go through everything that's been going on. I've been catching myself up. So thank you. So shout out to the members, shout out to the moderators. Thank you all so much. And shout out to the subscribers, and shout out to everyone who sends me a Cash App and everyone who sends me an email, a DM, a story. All of that means so much to me. I have a few stories that we received from members of the news crew family, and so we're going to talk about that today. But on Wednesday, we have a whole lot of stuff. The news crew from all over y'all states. Let me tell you, where's my card? Y'all have sent me stories from all over communities, whether they've been national or not. So, and I appreciate it, and we're going to talk about it. So we're going to do that on Wednesday. Let's see who is in the building. Good morning, Hot Spicy Tea. Thank you for being here, and I so appreciate your support. Thank you. Hey, Naries, good morning. Listen, Naries, I need you to be here tonight for the Bad Boys LA finale bullshit review that we're going to do. We're just going to kick it. And so I didn't want you to miss that, but we're going to do it tonight. I didn't include it in part of this live. B1, good morning. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Hey, Tracy, good morning. Good morning to you. Thank you. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, I was having technical difficulties. I had my headphones plugged in and I didn't have my microphone plugged in. So I'm just sitting here talking and I look down like, you fool, you goofy. Just being goofy, riding the train on your way to work. Okay, I hope you make it there safely, and I hope you have a great day at work, Tracy. Hey, Brick Girl, good morning to you. Bad Boys LA finally had a finale, child. I'm glad Kirk Franklin's son is out of jail. Yes, and we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. So please join me tonight. Hey, Human Hysteria. Happy Monday. Happy start to your week. Good morning, Kurt Vixen. Thank you for coming through. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Okay. Thank you. Yes, the live is set up on the channel so you all can set your notifications up and come through and we can just kick the shits with that. I had a very interesting weekend. It's so funny. I had like 3 things that I had overbooked myself to do. And then the last thing was a last minute thing. So the first thing was like this cookout. It was like a fry. It was like a fish fry. So I went to the fish fry or whatever. It was cool. But the person had a deck. Now you go downstairs off the deck, right, to go get your plate. And then you have to walk up all these stairs to the patio in the back of the house and all that good stuff. So I'm looking out the window. I'm watching people do this. I'm like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Never in a million years would I think King Roman News was going to trip his motherfucking ass down these stairs with his plate in his hand. When I tell you, I must have been drunk. I just ain't trying to baby. I had my plate and I walked up the stairs. I got myself up the stairs. And I don't know what made me turn around and look. I turned around and the way I did it, thinking that my elbow was going to have support. There was no support there. I turned around and I went down. Now I was sitting there first looking at everybody like somebody's going to fall. And who falls? So that was embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. Everybody was trying to like, you good. But you know that is never nice when you good. No, nigga. Are you okay? Was the question. And then my friend, he lives in LA, but I guess apparently he went to Philadelphia this weekend for the Roots picnic. So he hit me up last minute like, hey, yo, I got an extra ticket for you if you want to come down. So Saturday I was supposed to go down for Mary J. Blige. And it was one more. I really wanted to go see Masego too. Then I didn't go. For some reason, I didn't go. I think after the trip, you know, after I fell down them stairs and then I got home, I started walking my dog and my friend called me. We went out to get some drinks. I just didn't decide to go. So then Sunday I said, okay, I'm going to go early. You know, Philly ain't too far from me. So I was going to go early. Some odd reason, I just didn't go. I think I just did it. I wasn't in the mood to do anything. I think Saturday took me out. So I wasn't in the mood to do anything. But I went to this transgender parade, or it was like a parade or stuff. And it was just crazy. I went with my friend. And B1, I had told my friend, I was like, you know, So I said B1. I said B1 was like, never go past the Black Lives Matter signs in the window if you don't see people in there who are black that work. And so we was in the area walking during this parade and shit. And we were seeing all these Black Lives Matter sign up. And I said, count how many people we saw. We went past at least 5 places with signs. None of them had employees in there that were like black people. So I thought that was interesting. But then I heard last night, Sunday, I heard about all of the it was like shootings and stuff going on in Philly. So I reached out to my friend to see if he was okay. Him and his family and friends were cool. And so I wanted to open today's show with talking about what happened there. Now I'll get into it more in detail on Wednesday's show on local news, but today I wanted to kick off the show talking about this Philly mass shooting. Before I begin, let me just make sure I've checked in with all of the news crew. Okay, I am into bad boys because of you, Jerome. I don't even have Zeus, but I love your reviews. B1, thank you. Please, if you can come through tonight. I know it'd be so busy. I know at nighttime is the prime time for the beef sector, but if y'all can dip out just for a little bit, give me like 10-20 minutes of y'all time so we can just go through some of this stuff, laugh, and then kick your shits, because I definitely want to get some things that I've already saw that I want to laugh about with y'all. So get your libations and let's do it tonight. A peaceful move. Good morning, Kings Mina. Baby, I fell down the stairs and it wasn't like, thank God nobody was behind me. I ain't take nobody down. But I don't know. I had on, the moon looking Yeezys. They got they look like they rocket shoes. I don't know if it was a shoe, but the worst part of falling is when everybody asks you what happened over and over again. So new people come into the event and they're like, oh, what happened? You fell? What happened? And it's like, you got to retell the story over. And so it got to a point where it was like, look, is everybody in here? Is everybody in here? Listen, I fucking fell. It's not a big deal. But yes, I fell. And I'm saying it because I know, yes, I fell. I mean, oh my God, it was so embarrassing. Good morning. All right. One time I fell in a restaurant on a Sunday after church. I was all cute while all the old white men come to my rescue and the blue haired ladies' mouth was all twisted up like because they know about that charm. They know about having some Southern charm, at least a little bit of Southern charm. That's funny. All right, so let's kick it off with this Philly mass shooting. So, I'm gonna play some clips for you all so you can see how this actually went down. But before I begin on this story, I wanted to share a definition of what mass shooting is so you can understand why people have been labeling things as mass shooting. And I did it specifically because I noticed in one of the comments, forgive me, I do not want to get your name incorrect. And I thank you for dropping down and letting us know, because she was like, this is not a mass shooting. I don't understand why people are labeling this a mass shooting. And it made me want to go figure out, like, you might be right. Why are they saying this? So this is what they're saying. In the United States, there are several different but common definitions of mass shootings. The Congressional Research Service defines mass shootings as multiple firearm homicide incidents involving 4 or more victims at one or more locations close to one another. So that's the first part of the definition, right? So that means that this is an incident that involves the victims. They're more than just one victim. There's, 3 or 4 or 5 more victims in the same location at the same time. That's why they call it a mass shooting. It's different than, somebody in their car getting shot, or that's an individual, maybe targeted, maybe a drive-by, but it's pinpointed to that one person. The second part of this definition is often there's a distinction made between private and public mass shootings, a school, place of worship, or a business establishment. Mass shootings undertaken by foreign terrorists are not included, no matter how many people die or where the shooting occurs. So let's move back to this Philly mass shooting. So this occurred at the wee hours on, I believe, Sunday morning. Yes, Sunday morning, when it looks like, and when I play the video footage for you, will be the determining factor. But it looks like a car came through the hood and shot it up. But 3 people are dead and 14 others are wounded after a gunman opened fire into a crowd on a popular stretch of South Street in Philadelphia late Saturday night. NBC Philly reports the gunfire erupted shortly before midnight in the city's Queen Village neighborhood. An officer fired at one of the active shooters who subsequently fled the scene. It is not yet known if the suspect was struck. 2 guns were recovered at the scene. The victims include a 26-year-old woman, 22-year-old man, and a 34-year-old man. Once again, we see lives senselessly lost and those injured in yet another horrendous, brazen, and despicable act of gun violence. At this time, no arrests have been made. So let's get into this. Let's get into this footage, and you all let me know. Now it's not as graphic. You just really hear a lot of the sounds, so I don't want you to be alarmed. Let's see, where's this one at? Okay, here we go. I'll play you first. So play you first, and this is the one my cousin actually sent me this because she thought I was going to be out there in Philly at the time. And so she was like, I know my cousin ain't going. I said, girl, I didn't even know all this was going down at the time, but get into this.
Scene of breaking news here, on scene of another mass shooting in America. 14 people shot here on South Street in Philly. 3 people killed, 11 people injured. This all happening just before midnight. Multiple shooters were at the scene. Multiple shots were fired. Again, 3 people have been shot and killed. 11 people injured. 14 people in total shot. This is a wild and incredible.
Now, the biggest thing was that, there was the Roots picnic going on. I don't think that was affected by this, but it was a lot of people in town, a lot of things going on during that time. Now, this other footage, I want to share with the news crew because I want you all to see what people do in times of crisis like this. When a gun erupts in a neighborhood and people are all standing around, some of us may have not ever been exposed to seeing what actually happens, but I've learned that when you expose yourself to these things, you sometimes learn what to do when this shit happens. So for the sake of that and that only, I'm going to share this next clip with you all. Please take note. Look at the first girl. I learned a lot by watching this clip of what I should and shouldn't be doing and how I should be engaging. What is this? That's not it. Again, put. Oh, here we go. Sorry, y'all. It's taking me a while to find a clip. All right. All right, I'm gonna start this from the beginning. Stay undercover, baby. Stay undercover, baby. So sad. So those were some of the video clips that were shown online on Twitter about this incident in Philadelphia. And people, my biggest thing is we have to be careful where we go, what we engage in. I saw some of the comments. This is all the time in Philadelphia. This is nothing new. And even though it's nothing new, I think to some of us who want to go out, we're just getting back out off of the pandemic. We want to get back outside. We want to do all these things. Just be mindful and be careful where you engage, especially if you're not in the area or not new to the territory. I definitely wanted to bring that to you all's attention first thing this morning. And these shootings do seem like they're on an uptick, but I don't think it's an uptick. What I think it is that we're now starting to expose a lot of things. Things are starting to have, get more attention brought to, what's going on in the world. I felt running for the train to have the train being delayed, have people look at me. Oh my goodness. I would have been I'd have turned around. At that point, I would have went to the bathroom. I had to play that one off. One time when I was taking my son to this baseball game, I fell coming out of my truck. It was hanging from my seatbelt. Even I had to laugh, and of course my daughter did. How does that happen? Baby, oh my God, y'all make me feel a lot better. I was so embarrassed. I wanted to leave, but it was like, my ego was like, fuck them, I ain't leaving. But inside, I wanted to go. I wanted to go and just take my clothes off and just chill. Like, I needed a whole rollie. Yes, it was absolutely insane to hear that this was going on. I told you it was about like 8 or 9 shootings that have occurred in America that they're deeming mass shootings since the Uvalde shooting. And I don't understand how Uvalde has just usurped the Buffalo shooting in my eyes, but we're going to stay tuned to that on Wednesday. Right. Oh my goodness. You see that this is going to be a hot summer. I just hope we stay safe and aware. You have to be safe and aware. Be mindful of what you engage in too. And who you engage in with. And then the next thing I wanted to talk about, and just touching softly in local news this morning, is this very, very, I don't understand how we're still getting away with this shit in 2022. So Children's Museum in Indianapolis is offering Juneteenth watermelon salad. And here's a picture of the Juneteenth watermelon salad. Now, on local news, I think last week or a couple weeks ago, we had Walmart pushing the Juneteenth African beverages in the cans in the colors of green. It was a lot. And so they pulled that. So now you have this children's museum. They're saying that it was a huge mistake. People are like, this is ridiculous and a mockery of Juneteenth. I've never had a watermelon salad or even heard of it. A watermelon salad in celebration of Juneteenth. I want to know who sat in on that meeting and thought that it was a good idea. And now, I wouldn't bring this shit. I would not bring this up if there wasn't something else in it for me to talk about. Now, the Children's Museum came out and issued a statement. And after they issued their statement, what did King Roman do? King Roman went to their website to see what does the employee culture look like. So after I read their statement, we're going to have a discussion, because don't think that this wasn't Black people involved in the creation of having this watermelon salad. See, there's some times where we in our own self are tone deaf before it even happened. So I'm going to read their statement and you read in between the lines of their statement. All right. So they took to their Facebook page. Come on, stop giving me grief this today. All right. So they took their Facebook said that their team conducted a thorough research when curating a menu for their special events. They said the red foods such as watermelon are a staple of Juneteenth celebrations, including our food court managers' family Juneteenth celebrations. Get into it. All right. Further on, as a museum, we apologize and acknowledge the negative impact that stereotypes have on communities of color. The salad has been removed from the menu. We are currently reviewing how we may best convey these stories and traditions during this year's Juneteenth celebration, as well as making changes around how future food selections are made by our food service provider. That was an in-house thing, right? It was one of the managers, and when I looked on the website, they had some Black managers. They all got together to develop this Juneteenth menu. Now, the reason I found this interesting is because when I worked at Gary Comer Youth Center, that was heavily ran by white folks, but you had primarily the staff working with the kids, working with the students that were Black. And things like this would happen, and you'd be like, now, which one of y'all was sitting at the table when they made this damn decision? And it's not that they don't want to say anything. It's just that I don't think sometimes people feel like they have the power to be like, yo, that's not right. And when you don't, this is the kind of shit that happens. And if you're a part of that team, the backlash falls on you. So I pulled this out to show you that, as much as I wanted to say, these white people are fucking over this menu, it wasn't just white people. It wasn't just them solely. The food service provider that they have is actually staffed by Black people. So I thought this was interesting. I said, oh, okay. I grabbed the title because I'm thinking watermelon salad. What the fuck is that? Then I read further and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, All right. They offering watermelon salad. It's giving lawsuit. I feel offended. What is the big deal about watermelon salad? Because I think normally they would probably title it fruit salad or just watermelon salad, but because they titled it Juneteenth watermelon salad, and then watermelon being associated with slavery, blacks, Negroes, that kind of culture, it sort of made it seem like you're being insensitive during a time where you shouldn't be offering that kind of stuff. I am tone deaf. Actually, Red Velvet is more tied with Juneteenth. They just speaking out their asses. Well, I mean, and I feel, and what I truly feel like somebody on this team was like, "Yo, this will be dope," and it may have been a great thing to add to the menu, but we ain't got to be putting Juneteenth on it. This reminds me of the whole "Don't Say Gay" bill. We ain't got to be doing all this extra stuff to go the extra mile. The nigga was so stunned. They was stunned like, well, and see, I'm the guy that be in the room like this the whole time. I'll be waiting for my moment. I'll let everybody talk. I'll be like, well, Mr. Jackson, what do you think? I don't think that's a good idea at all. I'm not sure. I cannot hide my lie. I can't hide it at all. My face wears it. My eyes, I be rolling them. If they ain't rolling, something rolling on me. So, I think people have to do better. Good morning, Stiggs girl. And shout out to you. And thank you so much. That 14-year-old story, we're definitely going to talk about it on Wednesday. I saw that and said, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? So thank you for that so much. Dr. Onsite April, thank you for coming through. I appreciate your support. I hope all has been well. I hope you are having a great start to your Monday morning. And thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. When the news crew gets some folks to come through, I like it. Thank you. All right. And so, yeah, watermelon salad. No, we're not gonna do that. And now I'm not gonna lie, it looked good, but if you take the Juneteenth off of it, it might be even better. I wonder if they're naming everything Juneteenth salad. I wonder if it's a Juneteenth banana. I wonder if it's a Juneteenth cookie and brownie. That's what I'm saying. Like, is it just Juneteenth watermelon salad? Now I'd be in the store causing all kind of uproar. Who the fuck thought this was cute? Bitch, y'all better get out of here with that shit. All right, so now we are going to switch right on over to hot topics, and baby, we got enough of them to cover. So you can check in the description box below. We have about, I want to say about 10 topics to get through. First thing I want to kick this off with today is Summer Walker. Now, Summer Walker has been having, I guess, a very anxious weekend. Her anxiety has definitely flared up. If you didn't know, she's performed at the Roots Picnic. One of the reasons I wanted to go last night. However, things didn't go as planned. So before we get into that story, we're going to talk about Summer Walker and her post about her baby dad. So Summer Walker, she hopped on IG and she called London on the track the worst baby dad ever. Now, no one knows what preempted this, but she just goes on to call him the worst baby dad ever. If you didn't remember, a couple of weeks ago, he sent her some flowers for Mother's Day, and she got under the comments, well, a fan was like, did you get some flowers too for Mother's Day? And she got in the comments, was like, yeah, and they're in the garbage next to the trash or some shit like that. So they're still going through their thing. So she posted this on her IG. I literally have the worst baby dad on the face of the planet. I can't wait till I can just get some peace. It's okay, though. I have the most perfect bundle of joy in the world. Wouldn't change anything about my past if I could. And then so she started answering fan replies. They started replying to her. She started replying back. And so she said, same here. Mine completely stopped being in her life because I don't want to be with him or want his parent around my daughter without meeting first. Tell me about it. Mine asked me to pay him child support because he offered to get him a few extra days during the week. If you ain't got no job, just say that. And so she started highlighting certain replies that she was getting. And so I guess my biggest thing is, and I'm not a parent and I'm definitely not a single parent, is that when you move on into another relationship, is there still a void there with that baby dad, even though that's the biological child's father? There's no one ever going to replace him. But is there still some things that you need from him? Like, you can't just equivocally just move on. Is that not a thing? Because I'm wondering, like, why won't she just, like, what is it that she's, if it's time, commitment, if it's all of those things, did you not know that going into the relationship? Like, his track record precedes him. So I don't know. I was just baffled. Like, here we go, Summer Walker. You out here telling us some shit that we already know. He's the worst baby dad. Your baby mom, what, 4 or 5? We heard the whole fucking album. I got the whole picture in my head. And to know that he was in the studio while you were recording those songs and he was just like, it is what it is. Y'all on some whole asshole love fuck type shit. And so out of that, you got this. I don't feel, I don't. I ain't gonna say it. I was about to coddle my answer and I don't feel bad. No, I don't. You are talented. Move on. If he doesn't want to be there, don't make it a public dwell. Dwell about that shit in the back. Let your son see that you are moving forward. Like, because this nigga is over there. Trust me, he's not losing no sleep about it. And you just constantly putting this stuff out here and your fans are just like, what's going on? Which leads me to the second part of this story. What do y'all think about Summer? Whatever happened to calling it a fruit salad, just trying to be too extra. But they do. They always get me in trouble. Yep. Is this a black-owned place or distributor? Distributor is not black-owned. The museum has a white leader, director, executive director. However, their staff, the positions, they have a lot of black management. The food service provider, which I guess works in their kitchen, is a white-owned company, but the manager is black. So I kept thinking, like, so are you talking directly to the manager? I mean, because if only folks knew that sometimes, if we go to the source of it, it's like, gee, you let that shit go? What they said, they wanted it, so I just was doing it. Juneteenth fried chicken, baby. Now that's where you draw the fucking line. So what makes this fried chicken even more special on Juneteenth? What did y'all do? Like, y'all cooked it round back? What the fuck we did? Y'all slanged it in some mud? What the fuck? I don't want no Wow Young Black love. Right. I don't know if she got it. So now let's move on. So that was Friday, right? She put that out. Here we go. Last night, I was expecting to wake up this morning to review the Roots picnic, to give some commentary, to have something to talk about. Instead, I get inundated with this shit. At the Roots picnic, and Summer Walker moved her setup before WizKid because they were taking way too long in between sets, and she want to go. But then sung her set and just walked off stage. No warning, no thank you, goodbye, no nothing. And then some random started rapping, no introduction. What? So what had happened is that apparently the show was taking too long for Summer Walker, and she was just feeling anxious and she wanted to go, and she was having a Summer Walker mode. What I thought was she pulled up and saw that crowd, how hyped they was, and her anxiety hit her all over because A, she's not a performer. She literally wants to sit her ass down and sing her melodies, her ballads, which is not a problem. Ariana Grande does it too. She's not, I hope Ariana Grande don't think she can dance and perform. Like, no, baby, I saw you. No, hell no, I ain't giving it to her. And that's okay. But I think the pressure hit her. So what they ended up doing was the crowd realized that Summer Walker was not giving it. And instead of them, I guess everybody was there for WizKid. So instead of them letting WizKid go and then Summer Walker closing it out, they moved Summer Walker up and let WizKid close it out so that the crowd wouldn't leave after WizKid and get WizKid and give Summer Walker a poor show. So everybody was going off about it. Here's another one. WizKid's set at Root Picnic was changed. He closed the festival ahead of Summer Walker, and Americans are dragging organizers, demanding they want to see Wiz right at the moment his set was due. Initially, they claimed to just want to see Big Wiz and leave. So that was the thing. They wanted to see Wiz and leave. They didn't want to see Summer Walker, but they forced people to see Summer Walker. And I'm like, damn, she was out there acting like that. And I have some footage too. They had to use WizKid to hold the crowd because if Wiz performed before Summer Walker, she will have no crowd to perform. I said, Summer Walker? What the fuck is it? I'm trying not to go there and say she was on the powder. I'm trying not to. Apparently, they expected him earlier. Plus, Summer Walker was in a sour mood, which sort of ruined the atmosphere. Hence, people left before getting to see him perform. I'd be mad too. Now, I wouldn't be me if I didn't give y'all a little proof of how she was performing. So I found this clip. I was searching Twitter all. I'm just like, damn, y'all gotta have somebody had something. So I finally found this one clip of her performance. So I'm gonna share that with you all. And you all, You all tell me if you think she had a fucking attitude. I knew she had an attitude. It was clear as day. I'm like, well, what the fuck is wrong with her? She done woke up on the wrong side of the bed again, yet again. We know how you give it up. You performing, being a non-performer is nothing new. You might as well just went out there and just sat down in the chair, which is literally what she did. So get into this clip. Oh, that's fine. All right. Let me take it back.
Baby, you know I'm loving that. You got me so crazy. Maybe those are right after that's how I know it's good. You always gonna be my baby. Niggas be in my shit, baby. You know I'm loving that.
They said, "Oh, you in a chair? Oh, you in a chair?" I said, "She don't perform."
I know it's good. You always gonna be my baby. Niggas be in my shit, baby. You know I'm loving.
I honestly, I mean, I expected. I don't go to expect. If I was to see Summer Walker, I wouldn't be going to expect to see Summer Walker put on some wild ass show. I just wouldn't expect that from her. She doesn't. She already tell us her nerves be bad. So this wasn't too bad for me. But that crowd must have been like on some like, yo, bitch, get on. You need to be twerking or something. She just was not bringing that energy, and so her response wasn't received as well. And so I'm just thinking maybe this was not her best weekend ever. And you know, the Roost Picnic is a platform where you can touch a lot of different people. Shit, she should have had a new single ready. You know, we told Summer when they got together he wasn't shit. So what makes you think you coming out here telling us now that he's the worst baby dad ever? So what you doing tomorrow? Would have been my question. So what are we going to eat? You really want to talk about this? I don't know who needs to hear this. Baby daddy should not be a relationship dynamic. Co-parent and move on with your life and future. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, what the fuck do you want? Like, Summer Walker shamed London's other baby moms for being baby moms. Now she getting the same treatment, begging for sympathy in our tears. And I'm giving her the same shit she was giving. I'm like, no. And I heard your album. Okay. And your album was like, fuck that nigga, I'm over this shit, I'm moving. You know, it was giving you express how you feel, but it was coming from a place of I'm moving on. So to hear you now go back, I have the worst baby dad ever, it's like, you know, I definitely know I have the subscribers who will be like, you never know what a woman's going through, you never know what she'll need, you never know. And I don't want to be insensitive to that, but at the same time, she is not incapable. She does not lack some of the resources that some folks do. So it's like, go to therapy, figure it out. Don't be stuck in a place of like, who wants to be stuck in a place of woe is me forever? Like that shit is not cute when you have the ability to change that. And I feel like she's just sitting there. Hey TLC, good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for the morning news and T. Keep the great work. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for dropping down. I appreciate it. Beyonce would never, baby. Stop. Here you go. We're not even comparing. It's not even not to Beyonce. That's why I say Ariana Grande. You see, I had to come all the way down. Ariana Grande. Like, no. And she was sitting in one of them fan chairs. You know, the old grandma chairs in the old 90s and 80s. They had them chairs. They looked like the nice African chairs, the Egyptian chairs. And they would have them sitting in their living room. I know I had family members who had them. She was sitting in one of those performing. Wasn't it giving like, she is giving nothing. I could have been on stage and have a better performance. She did not want to be there. Good morning, T. Trisha One. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. That was the time when someone should have tipped the chair over. But here's the thing, and I was trying to get a clip of that, but they say after she performed 4 songs, she literally got up and walked off stage and left. Not just left the set, but left the entire show. And I'm like, wow, you know, if that's not indicative of like, you can't keep doing that though. Like I'm telling you now, if you want to be a live performer and you want people to pay top dollar to come see you perform, you cannot have the rumor mill be you don't put on good shows. That's the bulk. That's the bread and butter for most entertainers is their live performances. You going out on the road. Maybe you might need to do more intimate sets. where the capacity is no more than 100, no more than maybe 250. That might be better for you. And you can charge higher for that. You want to be a part of the 100 who come see me, you got to pay 200, 300 for our tickets. People will do that shit. Do y'all remember Beyonce at, was it Roseland? People pay hell. It was an intimate set. People pay hell upwards of $1,000 for her. So maybe you might need to change that shit up. Grow into your anxiety. I mean, grow out of it. Like, if you're anxious, you ain't got to be out. Hell no. Like, relax. And if you might need to change your weed dosage too. You're giving me low strain. Like, you're giving me very much so Reggie. You should have a dosage that be able to calm down some of your anxiety. If y'all don't know it or not, I have anxiety. Being on YouTube live is anxiety for me. I used to be up here like very jittery. Mary has helped, but it's also helped the process. Like, now the more I do this, it gets better. And it's like, girl, the more you should be performing, you should be getting better at this shit. You ain't no way you should be sitting up there like humming. What the fuck are we doing? She was in them baby shower chairs. That's what she had. Summer is in a position people will literally give their soul for. Performing is a part of being an artist. Thank you, AJ. Thank you. That's my thing. It's like, I'm not trying to push her down, but girl, you got the resources to turn your situation around. Like, what are you doing? Beyonce has bitches out here looking like rainbows on stage, water on the floor. Like, what is that? What are you doing? Summer Walker is a small stage performer. She don't do choreography, and her attitude is funny. Yeah, she has a bad attitude. That's one thing I've learned too. That was when I took her chair. Summer antics are borderline crazy. Seriously, the girl needs help. Especially if she want to maintain her bag. Damn, 1970s Cleopatra Jones meet chef chairs. Cleopatra Jones. Summer has been having the same issue since she started getting popular. She needs to deal with that. I wouldn't pay to see someone like that. That's how I feel too. Especially if I'm waiting for you to sing my jam and I done paid. I done got a fit. I done got the crew together. We about to go, and you do this. That fucks up the whole night. You forever done tainted fans. So I don't know, girl. Okay, leave the Reggie alone, baby. Are you kidding me? I remember being my friend at the time. We was, in Chicago, and we invited somebody over to join the session and come over, and we all just rolled up, and he rolled up. He passed us, and what's this? He shows it and tells us like the smell, like it's popping. Like, oh, this is smelling. I'm like, I look at my friend. I'm like, oh, you're gonna have to smoke that by yourself. I don't know what this is. Now I'm not used to that. So we need to put our hands on Summer Walker, because obviously between her baby daddy issues, she also posted a picture of her working her first outfit, or first uniform, when she had her first job. Which was inspirational post. So her highs and her lows and stuff like that we get to publicly see. It's the same thing I said about Lizzo. Pick a high and pick a low. But we can't get, the baby daddy high, then you on stage, that's another low. Like, we need to just, if you have anxiety issues, let's deal with that. Let's focus with that. If you got baby daddy issues, keep that shit behind closed doors. You are a celebrated artist now. You and I might stick my neck out and say this, but you can become iconic. You can become a legend if you play your game right. But all this sitting on stage with your legs crossed at the Roots picnic, but you ain't at nobody gym. You not at nobody prom performing. So get it together, Summer Walker. We don't want to have to come back and tell you that again. Please. The fuck is this, right? Okay. I was definitely like, if you don't get this shit out my face. All right, so I posted on my community wall this Mariah Carey story. Mariah Carey is hit with this copyright infringement lawsuit for All I Want for Your Christmas Is You. Now, my first thing was, and you just now finding out that this is copyright infringement on your song? Like, you just now realizing that. And so I had to do a little research on the song. Now, I'm not going to play the song, but the only thing that this person has that's similar to Mariah Carey's song is the title. All I Want for Christmas Is You. It doesn't have the same melody. It doesn't have the same composure or nothing. And here's the artist. All I Want for Christmas is World Peace. This was done in 1987. He said that he found out his record, All I Want for Christmas, was leaked in 1993. And then all of a sudden in 94, he heard Mariah's version on the radio. And since then, he's been on this journey of trying to seek the rights to the name, the title. And I said, it took you this long to get to this point. So do I think he has a win-win in court? Well, now this is where it gets tricky, because I went to go do some research on copyright law and then trademark law, because this will fall under trademark and not necessarily copyright. And the title, he never trademarked All I Want for Christmas. He never trademarked it. You know, Mariah Carey got her legs trademarked. She got her pinky toe trademarked. That bitch got her hair strand trademarked. So hers is trademarked. He wants to sue, claiming that he put his out before her and then she came along. He has the writing, he has the original masters and all of this good stuff. So that's what he's going to claim. Now, you know anything about trademark or copyright law, they do something like a holding period. I think some of them are like 6 months, depending on the intellectual property you're trying to present for copyright or trademark. But in the name of like things like this, it may be like a 60-day waiting period for the public to provide feedback, for them to do research to identify whether anybody else has this same likeness out here. That never happened for this man. So I'm saying, that's why I started counting. I'm like, so 10, 20 years. And you just now, I mean, this is about 30. This is about 30. And you just now deciding this shit. So I think it'll be an uphill battle. If he gets a good ass attorney, he might be able to do something. But unfortunately, I think that the precedent set in the trademark law, it usurps him. Like, they're going to probably point to the fact that you had the opportunity to apply for it. You never did. You had the opportunity back in 94 to say something and you never did. So, and then he's going up against Sony. You're not going up against Mariah. I don't know what the fuck you thought, but you're going up against Sony. You're going up against a machine. So I hope you got some deep pockets, sir. And do y'all want to hear the song? Y'all let me know if y'all want to hear this song. It ain't nothing like what you thought it was, because I went to the song thinking like, oh, hell no. Nope. I'm reaching. He all up here. He way up there. Pinky toe. What the fuck? You don't think I still can't see that. Oh, you see it? Oh my, and yeah, it's right. Yeah. I had so much fun down there. Now I gotta take a grown man trip down there. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. I hope you are feeling good this morning. Thank you for coming through. Madi. Thank you. It's good to see you this morning. Do y'all want to hear a little bit of this song that he's claiming that has been trademarked, or you can pass? Because we can pass on the song. It's definitely not something you want to listen to. But if you want to go look it up, this is what the name of the song is. And this is the artist. Good morning, Journey. Good morning. It's Timbuk3. All I Want for Christmas is World Peace. And now there's so many versions of this man's song online. Like, if he want to sue Mariah, he has to sue so many people, because so many people have All I Want for Christmas is chicken, is crayons, is so many versions of that when you search it. So it's like, bro, you really out your ass. And it's funny because I wonder, how does Mariah allow that to go? Well, if she's trademarked the name, she gets paid off of it any fucking way. She don't care about all of these. He cares because he sees his intellectual property out there and he's not getting no money from it. So it's the way the business goes. Mariah ain't shared that Christmas bag with no one else other than Sony and its affiliates. If there's one thing she don't, it's period. What? Are you kidding me? And that song, and now be honest, you all, that song is supported by a machine, not just radio play. That song is ingrained into like the culture of Christmas. I mean, I remember working in the grocery store. All you heard was Mariah's music during the aisles, and everybody of all denominations and backgrounds was listening to it. So do I think a judge is going to be like, no? I think it's the public recognizes that title more so with Mariah's song than we would ever recognize it with him. So I don't see him getting nowhere. Okay, grown man trip would see through trunks. Baby, it's definitely necessary. Play it. Okay, I'm gonna play it. All right, let me play it. If he's salty trying to get a bag, then go ahead and do your flag, bro. All I want for Christmas. Oh my goodness. It don't even sound like. The hell kind of shit is this? Lamone, good morning.
Transformers, superheroes, Thundercats in cast iron clothes, rocket fingers, laser eyes, cannon.
All right. All right, did we get the point? Do we get the point? When I tell you that ain't no judge gonna say that the common public recognizes All I Want for Christmas to his song, and therefore he should have the official trademark to it versus her. Are you kidding me? That sounds like death on a sheet coming out of somebody's mouth. No, thank you. No shade. Lamone, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This boy probably just clean, but his brain is so fried. He has convinced himself that this one song was his diamond that he felt it. But we got to be real though. Hold up, we got to be real. Don't think we wouldn't have. I would have definitely tried it, but I wouldn't have tried it this late. I'd have been on her damn neck 94. I'd have been right on her fucking neck. What we doing here? All right, I'm just saying, I just want to be set up. He could have been set up for the rest of his fucking life, royalties off of this check. Some producers and songwriters literally do that. I always said that I want to write a song and just be set for the rest of my life. Hey, Queen Diva, good morning. Good morning. And I hope you have a great day at work. Yes. Thank you. Yes, don't forget, if you want to join the membership, there's the link. Right, that's why I'm brain fried. Good morning, Miss Toby. Good morning, Miss Toby. Oh my God, no, that's enough. Oh hell, he come back to my fifth All I Want for Christmas is my two front teeth. Hell, oh my God, y'all all see this one. I said the same thing. I said, now, sir, even if you got the copyright, you wouldn't do nothing with it. Is All I Want for Christmas is my two front teeth. The song, man, he was to them. BRs have been selling their entire catalog to one big company. Who knows who's trying to buy Mariah's? Between Mariah's team and the potential buyer, this guy isn't getting anything. You right about that. Hell no. That song tied up in so many royalties. People probably eat off that song every fucking 2 weeks. I wish I was, period. So there's nothing here. I'll stay tuned to this story, but again, it was a nice try. I mean, we give him an A for effort. And those who are just coming in, don't forget tonight at 9 p.m. we will be doing our Bad Boys of LA finale review. I will be going from the episodes, any episodes I missed, but I'm gonna pull it all in comprehensive. I want to go through characters from the entire scene, like you see how they evolve. So we're gonna do a real good, funny, deep dive. Please come with your libations. I'm gonna drop the link so some folks will come up. We're solely talking about Bad Boys LA. And I will be having all of my Sky mods. If y'all don't know, we definitely got Sky mods. Friday, we had it on the show. We had some people drop down, do the new link thing. And Sky mods took them right the fuck out. So I just want to let you know we'll be having that up on deck tonight. So definitely come through. All right, so let's get into this next story. So there's this allegedly, but Nick Cannon reportedly expecting another child. Don't hold your breath. Don't go all crazy. Don't flip the script, because I almost flipped the script on his ass too and said, listen, close your motherfucking legs, man. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. Okay, here we go. So apparently, and this has nothing to do with him, but one of his baby moms, Abby De La Rosa, announced on Instagram that she's shared a short clip on her feed of balloons spelling out baby. She's pregnant. People was asking if it was another set of twins. And so people didn't know if it was between her and Cannon, but she did mention how she would like to have more children with him. She said that she would be answering more questions about the pregnancy on her OnlyFans. Now, if you don't remember, her and Nick Cannon welcomed twins in June of 2021. In addition, he also has Moroccan and Monroe with Mariah Carey. So this hasn't, there's been no confirmation that he is the baby dad that, in general, but she did go ahead and post this. I'm pregnant, another set of twins. Follow me on OnlyFans for more information. Now, you can go so many ways with this story. One, the biggest thing is clout chasing. Either you gonna put the information out there, hey, I'm having a baby, it's by this person and it's a boy or it's a girl, or you're gonna drag us along for a bag, for the views, for the click. And I see that. I see instantly, whether Nick Cannon is the father or not, you are holding that information because it's the information that will drag people to your damn OnlyFans to get more information. I'm not going. This is not the kind of thing where I'm following you to see if Nick Cannon is your baby daddy. That'll come out in the wash, but shame on you to use that as a moment to do it like that. Now, I think he's the dad. I don't know. I don't think he is, but the way that man be pumping and humping and planting and growing and fertilizing, I don't know, Nick. Come on, Nick, now. Nick. Damn, Nick. I don't know. I'm just saying. But Hold the Pony is taking a minute. His music is from something I know. I can't remember off the top. So he best be where he gets sued too. Okay. You let me know. Okay. We definitely will be right in Mariah inbox. Like, we got a report for you. That should be good. You right? Thank you. Yes. Also, y'all, you can share and you can subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter or IG. And I post my professional IG sometimes. I put some stuff up there so you can check me out there. Bitch, damn. I hope it's not true. Oh, I want to be a Sky Mod. Skybox seats included. Sign me up. Okay, all right. I got you. Yes. Come through tonight. We all tired. If Mariah's siblings aren't suing her, it'd be former meth heads who clearly misunderstood the assignment and don't have attorneys. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Nick Cannon put a Band-Aid on the tip. At this point, he might just need to just abstinence might be the best thing. Wants you to follow her OnlyFans to see her journey. I mean, Patreon, you could do so many OnlyFans around babies and kids. Like, that's too much for me. I'm sorry. I don't expect your OnlyFans to be about kids and birth and baby. I go there to see, dick, titties, ass, all that kind of shit from people that I really want to see it. I recently went, I ain't gonna tell y'all who, but the news crew who can read in between the lines will know who I am. But I recently went and just signed up quickly just to peruse, because I heard that somebody down in these streets that's been recently in some beef had a OnlyFans, and I was like, really? I said, let me go over here and see what's going on. And I went to go check it out, but it was like, oh, okay, it's real adult PG. I'll say it like that, but okay. I see Nick has a type. You see it too, Miss Toby? You see it too, Miss Toby? So many ways. Does he hump fast or slow? Stop it, because I think he may be doing it slow. The slow stroke is what'll get him knocked up. That slow stroke is always a killer. Slow stroking when you're loving. I think he's slowing up in him. I think he's the dad. Oh my God, Miss Toby. We were all rooting for him. We were all rooting. I wish I had that clip. Okay, DKL, I also need a tutorial. I want to gather up my GIFs and my clips so I can just hit them like you do. We got a link, because I be trying to upload a GIF so I can play it, and it never worked for me. So I need to link with you. I want to put that, because that would have been one I'd use. We all were rooting for him. We not going. He is, oh no. From what I seen, his pants on his show, he meant to be the daddy again. Wait, y'all really think he's the daddy? No jokes aside, all jokes aside, for real. Y'all really think he's the daddy? Wait, he ain't got lawyers? No. He just now starting this stuff. Yes, he just now starting this. He literally, after, mind you, his song came out in 87. Between 87 and when Mariah Carey put her song out in 94, there was other people making songs under the All I Want for Christmas title. Movies, all that kind of shit. Scores for movies and shit, and they were titling them that. So he didn't even get it then. It wasn't until Mariah Carey got it, she trademarked it, made all them bitches stop, and now, years later, he wants to go after it. Bruh, it got to be one of his kids, because I don't think he even old enough. I mean, got the mental capacity to be trying to do a fucking lawsuit over this shit. For what, $2? If you don't take your ass to work, bro, they are hiring. I meant to tell you, on Wednesday's news report, they are hiring. Everybody's fucking hiring, y'all. I am over it. Did you say soccer ball? Where's this comment at? Wait. Did I miss it? I am over Nick's soccer team of non-black kids. This is not how a real man or father behaves. Nick be on some tell him daddy boy. Nick be on some, he tell us what we want to know, and then he go do something different. Like, I literally believed him when he said that he thinks he's about to, I literally believed that whole story in that talk track just for this to come out. Wow, well, only her fans give a flip who the baby daddy is. You said, bingo. That's why she going there. Sis going outside, but with a bag, right? I'm sure mad people subscribe. I'm sure all the blogs, people who want to know and report. I didn't. I'll wait for it. I'll be secondhand knowledge. I definitely will. What it looked like here. I'm thinking ashy. And Nick Cannon's. Oh wait. You talking about the one I saw on OnlyFans, the beef sector one with the initials TS? What it looked like? Mm-hmm. I wouldn't go, but I could see why people are going. I wouldn't go, but I can see why people are going. I can see why the girls are going. I can see. I'll say it like that. Yes, I agree with slow. Baby, that's slow. That slow is that's why you ain't going slow. Speed that shit the fuck. I don't know what you're trying to do. Ain't no love making going on over here. I feel sorry for Mariah's kids. You do. I feel like they're the most privileged out of all of them. They're probably Morocco and Mariah. Like, well, what is going on here? Yes, right. Messy. Yes, on OnlyFans. Okay, yeah. I hope y'all know who I'm talking about. Okay. I was like, I hope more of them down here. I hope y'all need to go get y'all some OnlyFans. The only thing I didn't like about his OnlyFans is he wants to make sure he knows who is all signing up. Sometimes you can do a verification like that. I don't like that shit. I ain't like that shit. So I had to go be illegal, set up a whole nother account. I'm like, this is doing a lot. Good morning, Fades. Happy Monday. I hope you have a good week too. Don't make me throw up this early in this morning with that OnlyFans. Watch, it's gonna be a girl, and they finna name her Viral Cannon. We're not gonna do that. Viral Cannon. Oh my God, they got it the best, baby. It sucks. It just sucks. All right. Who else we gonna be talking about this morning? We're gonna get into. All right. So yeah, Nick Cannon. I'm hoping you're not expecting another child. I'm hoping this is just a ploy to get her a bag, get people to go to her OnlyFans. But if you are the father, congratulations. I hope that this marks another defining moment in your life where you're thinking about some of the decisions that you're making. That's all I'll say, because I'm not a parent. I don't want to put myself in those shoes. All right. So, Miss Toby, if Mariah's kids, I would drop the name Cannon. I would say that man ain't my father, he the daddy. Oh my God, I love that. Growing up, my mom and dad worked different shifts so that we didn't have to be in daycare. One was always home to spend time. Oh, that's sweet. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning. Hey, Sophia. Good morning. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate that. Thank you for stopping through and coming down. Yes. All right, y'all. Let's talk about. So now, I always love a clapback, right? And I specifically love celebrity clapbacks when the clapback before this was them crying or depressed or woe is me. And then all of a sudden they come out with, no, fuck you, bitch. I love that shit. I even love that shit in the beef sector when you got a person who's deemed weak or, you know, oh, they ain't gonna say that. Then they come out like, yo, fuck you, nigga. I love it. So we got a Lizzo. Lizzo had her fuck you moment. So Lizzo addresses ugly dudes with no bitches who use her name as an insult. So if you don't know, Lizzo name is now being associated with, unflattering or, a way to just make her image negative. So apparently she saw under somebody's comment, this girl had posted a picture or did something, and a guy, in an effort to bash her, he was like, getting your Lizzo on, I see. Something like that, getting your Lizzo on. And she, Lizzo was like, well, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? So she tweets, dudes be ugly with no bitches talking about okay Lizzo as an insult in girls' comments. I'm beautiful, rich, and get immaculate dick. It's a compliment. If you can't make it past the cheeks, just say that. And I was for it. I'm absolutely for it because you have a lot of niggas that will insult. I don't mean not to say niggas, but you have a lot of people who will insult folks merely off of a general or a surface type of stereotype. Oh, just because you or the world may think Lizzo is one type of thing, you're going to put that label on everybody that you think is like that. No, nigga. So I'm glad she clapped back. And I think when she does stuff like this, it does not only like speak for her, but it speaks for all of her little fans and stuff like that who rock with her, who also have these moments too. So I saw this and I said, shout out to her. Now, when she made reference to the immaculate, there were presumably a nod to her new boo, Mickey Wright. She was first spotted with the actor in Los Angeles restaurant on Valentine's Day. She confirmed she was romantically involved with him. She was asked about a dinner date and if they were still together. She let out a deep belly laugh and replied, yeah, whatever, yeah. He was later identified as Wright. Now, if you all don't remember, she had an Instagram live back in August of 2021 where she was crying in her bathroom and she was saying, sometimes I feel like the world just don't love me back. It's like it doesn't matter how much positive energy you put into the world, you're still going to have people who have something mean to say about you. And now you can understand why I thought this comment and this quote from her was so profound. Dudes be ugly with no bitches talking about okay Lizzo as an insult and girls compliment. That's the Lizzo we want to see. I don't want to see that other shit. I want to see this Lizzo. This one who's coming out here, who's checking bitches every step of the way. Don't give a fuck. Celebrate you. I like this. So I gave her a thumbs up. Thumbs up on this one. Shout out to Lizzo. Fuck these niggas, especially hating ass niggas, especially when they broke. You are broke, nigga. You talking to me? First of all, you on Instagram under comments, and that's the comments you leave. You ain't even in my motherfucking frame of mind. I don't even like niggas who got social media, to be honest with you. But that's just me, and that's for another day. It's definitely all right. Okay, period. Hey, what up, Robert? Good morning. What? Jeez. Okay, then she went. Okay, that's what I said. Yes, that's how you do. Trust me, I know. I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all don't know anything about me, I know that for a fact. I'd be just always being all like, damn. I'd be just like, God damn, Lizzo had every right to clap back. I'm glad thank you, AJ. Thank you. That's my only fucking point in bringing this up was Lizzo. Cut all that other shit out. You are now putting yourself in a role as a role model and a leader for girls who are looking at you. I can guarantee you it's some girl who just recognized your clapback as something they're going to do moving forward. Like, yo, fuck you, bitch. Be that. Own it. Step into it. I love it for you. I'm telling you right now, you get my endorsement 100%. Now, 2 weeks from now, I don't want to hear you out here talking about this shit. No, I don't want to. That it's confusing to me. I don't know if you're up or you're down. It's confusing. I should have put 9 more S's on that. Yes, okay. Good morning to anyone I may off. Oh, thank you. Come on, girl. I love me some Lizzo. Hey, Miss Mariah. Oh, love me some Lizzo. Okay, I do too. She's definitely starting to grow on me. Except the shit she be eating. Like she likes mustard on her Snickers bars, and she likes some other shit. Her and Summer Walker were detailing their weird ass food or something in a news article. And she said she like mustard on her Snickers ice cream or something like that. I said, no. Yeah, we're gonna have to just leave that one on the counter. All right. Now let me make sure I turn this song off because it's still back here sitting here playing. All right, so the next story I want to get into is Amanda Seales. Now, I have a very love-hate, hot, cold, on, off again relationship with Amanda Seales. She just reminds me of somebody I went to high school with that just feels like they are entitled to everything. Now, I'm not saying she's rightfully entitled. I'm not saying she's wrongly entitled. I just feels like she just thinks that she's due something. Like if she was to come in the room, she's owed, hey, bow down, and I don't even give that up to regular people. So let's get into Amanda Seales. So Amanda Seales responds to being left off the Real finale episode. So as you all know, the Real is ending their season, and so they put out a promo piece for the final episode, which also included all of the hosts who have been on the show. And so she got hold to it, and she really wasn't feeling that shit. So I'll play the clip of it. But what she did was she took to Instagram on Saturday to respond to the promotion of the finale, which didn't include her. Of course, she says she got some things to say about it. For me, it's the clout chasing in her statement. So when I play it, look for the clout chasing. No, Amanda Seales, I don't have no hate on nobody. I say how I fucking feel, and I just feel like you always looking for something to pick and poke and pry. In this moment, I don't think this was nothing major at all for her to be. She got left off. Girl, you was on the show for 5 fucking months. 5 months. Relax, okay? Well, I just say relax. But check out this little clip, and then we'll get back to how I feel about it. Like sometimes people just gotta fucking relax. Yeah, we be thinking we bigger than what we really are. Girl, you listen. Amanda Seales, I need you to listen and come close. All right, where's the damn clip? Okay, here we go. All right.
So apparently the Real in their finale episode did promo. I am not featured in this thumbnail, and I am not featured in the farewell episode, apparently. I'll have some things to say about that. Ooh, child. I must really be out here just shaking the table.
Now, if you all can see in the comments, I'm gonna try to zoom in. Do you see who's in the comments talking about they know the feeling? Holly R. Pete. Do y'all remember Holly R. Pete? So apparently she feeling left out too. Here's my thing. Any show that goes off of air, let's say The View goes off of air, some of the people that have been on their show, they've moved on in their lives. They, the reason they probably left the show wasn't on good footing. Some of the people may have changed courses of their careers, changed topics, changed subjects. They probably got into religion, got married, had kids. There's a number of things that separate people from their prior commitments. Yours just happened to be a 5-month commitment on a public platform. Okay. You didn't leave on good terms at all. You felt like you were being silenced. People were shunning you, and all of this stuff was going on behind the scenes. So as a business person running a network, making business-minded decisions, and we have to be fair about this. I'm talking about from how I would run my show. If I'm having my show's finale and I want to go off on a good footing, do you think I would invite you on in any capacity? In any capacity. And I'm being honest with you, I wouldn't. Now I saw people saying it's tacky, you were too real for this, they could have, they could have and they should have. Shit, Wendy should be on her show right now and she ain't. Everybody else around there under the Wendy label and she ain't. That ain't your show. They don't owe you nothing. You got your check, you got your bag. But what I do see is you looking for another moment to become relevant. Like I see this becoming something, it's already been picked up. People are picking it up. They want to hear what you had to say. I didn't hear her say anything else, but for me, it was just like, a little tacky. The gracious thing would have been to post that picture and say, even though I'm not included here, I'd like to also wish them a farewell. And I hope then wish them more success in the future, my future endeavors. That's your public put out there in face. Now, how you feel after that, that's not you might want to show in the future. You doing little shit that I think when people escalate in their careers, they should be dropping shit that makes them look combative or problematic, or you're always looking for a problem. And we'll get on MoNique later, because that's definitely what I'm feeling about Momo. But yeah, Amanda Seales she kind of got under my skin with this one. I was like, girl, we still here? You still mad? You still mad about this? All right, Lizzo, I watched her show and fell in love with her. She's a sweet. She is. She's like real cool. Amber Heard. Oh, baby. Amber Heard is out on the tour now. It's funny because, well, I'll get into that. I love Amanda. Oh my God, girl, you were on the show for a hot minute. Thank you. I said the same thing. I said, girl, let it go. Uh-oh. Amanda Seales is an overly privileged biracial thing. She is the voice of pure breed Black people. She another Talcum X. Oh, girl, sour grape. She's another MoNique in my eyes. You know what? That's Miss Toby. Right here. We here. Because I'm saying the same fucking thing. Like, here we go. And you wait till I give you my synopsis of the MoNique and DL story, and then you'll understand why I'm looking at this like, you hoes are lost. Bitch, she was on the show and was responsible for a few viral clips going viral, garners views, which equal ratings. Why shouldn't she be added to the finale? Well, reason I'm saying it is because she didn't leave on a good terms. Like, she didn't leave it. That's why I say I'm learning how to close situations the right way, because you never know in the future what might happen. And this is a prime example of why, y'all left on bad terms, but somebody on her team or somebody on their team should have said that you issue a letter saying, hey, look, we ended on these terms. However, I have enjoyed my time on this show. I look forward to any opportunities that may come. And whether they responded or not, it allows that when moments like this comes, the door is open for them to say, hey, would you like to come back? We maybe can screen you in. But honestly, I feel like the producers and even Lonnie Love and members of that cast feel like she would have been combative. Like, it would have been her moment to derail it. I don't know. I just don't feel like they were comfortable enough to invite her. Would I have invited her? Not on the finale show. If we'd had a week show, like we were leading up to the finale, yeah, I would have had maybe her pop in, but not the finale. It's almost like the reunion. And that's not they're trying to have like a reunion. It's just literally the finale show. Yes, from the top, Amanda has Black parents. She always get caught up in the biracial. Amanda Seales has been one of the people who spread misinformation about a child R-word. Amanda Seales is not an ally. It was only 5 months. Go to your next gig. Holly People from 21 Jump Street. What crypt they take her up from? She feel like she being forgotten too. I still think Lonnie Love got Tamara fired. Oh, I definitely think she's involved in that. Absolutely. Okay, exactly. Tamar. Yeah, I agree. I see that. The difference is Amanda deserves the backlash she gets. She's combative just to be combative and to preach to us. Don't burn bridges. You might get together again. That's the lesson. But that's honestly, and in show business, the bulk of your connections and your network and your contracts comes off of the bridges you built. So you have no bridges around you. You're gonna be out here like MoNique, beefing. And Spiller Boy brought up a good point. He was like, "This is beef," and I said, "Oh, okay, great, I got it." So now, looking at it from that aspect, y'all are too much. Y'all make too much motherfucking money to be beefing. See, when you make money like that, when you're a public figure, when you have established, when you're experienced and you have a career, you don't beef. You get a lawyer. You don't beef. you send bitches to jail. You don't beef. You got a PR team. You get a marketing person to speak on your behalf. You don't beef. You don't go back and forth with somebody in public. The only time a person beefs is when they're hurt. And I said, oh, MoNique's hurt. That's why. And I'm going to talk about it later because I got a whole video, a whole lot of shit I want to show. But that's my take on it. Baby, when I seen them do a clip video of everyone but Amanda Seales, I guess. They said dope bitch, but they had, I saw Tamar. I was looking for Tamar. Now that was the one I would have been like, Tamar definitely was, if anybody, she definitely, yeah. Amanda Seales has been fired from almost every job in the last 4 years. This is her own worst enemy. The View will never have an issue with those women return often. Exactly. Yeah, they won't. And they do pop up back up, even if they're controversial or not. All right, so let's get into what's the next one. Oh, just a real quick run through. But we all remember what happened with Blueface and Blueface's sister. You know, his mother and the Christian Rock got into it. The boyfriend got pulled involved. The sister's husband got involved. And so now we got this news. Blueface's sister says her husband left her following that viral brawl. So she goes on to tweet, my husband left me, pray for me. And before I finish the story, I said, so what you think? They all fools. Spouses are all fools if they say in a relationship like that. You got the mother getting beat up by the son's girlfriend and the sister. You got the mother's husband or boyfriend and the sister's boyfriend getting attacked by who wants to live in that shit? I'm sorry. Love is good and love is blind. I'll say that. But hell no, I don't blame him. I'm sorry. I don't blame him. And so what they're saying is that the tweet came after the altercation where, you know, of course, images were circulating on the web last week of the reportedly fight between Blueface, his mother, Carlisa Rock, and her husband. They were all involved in the ambush. They revealed injuries and all of that good stuff. And so now at this point, Miller wrote on Instagram that she respects herself at the end of the day because if the roles were reversed, you would have done the same. She also shared that Christian Rock, which is baby Blueface's girlfriend, text her, and she texted her to say that she defended herself and that the reason she fought her mother, Blueface's mother, Miller's mom, is that the devil sucked me into drama I didn't ask for. And she said that Blueface's mother isn't pure at times. And so she goes on to say, I really hope you okay and strong mentally and emotionally and get through this. I'm battling depression too. I'm sorry this happened and I forgive you. I hope you can see where I'm coming from. I apologize for hitting you up. I'm probably not the last person you want to hear from, but I can feel you and hear you. Well, the sister who just lost her husband basically replied saying, I'll never forgive you. And it's still on spot every time. And that she ended up getting into an argument with her husband's mother over the incident. And so it's just sad and unfortunate how, you know, some little viral thing that was, you know, funny in the moment, you know, this shit was building up. This had been building up ever since we saw last year where Babyface was yelling at his mom and telling him to get out the house, kicking him out the house and all of this shit. So this stuff has been building up. What I think is what's more harmful and lets you know the disconnect that these people have with each other is that they never saw the effects of this. Like, you right in the moment, your girlfriend fighting your mom may seem funny, it may seem retaliatory, you may be getting out of it what you want, but in the long term, that shit is going to affect you. That's going to affect a lot. That's your mother. You know what I'm saying? You let somebody, an outsider, put their hands on your mom who brought life into you. And knowing that he doesn't get that, I almost said he got mental health. Like, something's wrong with him. He's not cleaning this shit either. We keep yelling Christian Rock's name and the sister's name, but that man has a dick is not that good. A dick is not that powerful. I was going to say not that good. Dick is not that powerful. And it should never take over your life like that, where you got your mom and her husband getting beat and your sister involved. She's losing her man. So this is a whole fucking ghetto, hot, slow mess. I already see Christian Rock complaining about him. You know, she posted something online saying that, you know, she's hurt, you know, after all of this with Blueface, because I guess he's cheating on her with another woman. And it's like, do you want me to feel bad for you, or you want me to just say scroll into the next article? Because that's what I did. I read it and scrolled on to the next article. I don't feel bad for her. Remember, this is the same woman who traveled across the country still in a car on behalf of Blueface. What kind of shit is this? So I'm sorry you lost your husband to his sister. And I hope y'all can work it out. But I think what's in the best interest of you and your mom is to get the fuck away from Blueface and all the shit he got going on. And you know what that means? Getting a job, getting off his money, like getting like hustle. Yeah, you got to figure it out. It's hard to do that, but it's still gonna be your way out. Get off that man money. That's it. That's it. That's all I got to say about it. Ghetto shit. Exactly. I love Mo and DL, but I'm like, take the bag and run. Period. I love your show. It's fun to wake up to. Oh, thank you, Robert. Hey. I'm trying to update in so many ways. Y'all gonna notice little updates, but I'm gonna be updating. My next show, I hope to have all my sound effects uploaded. I got my backgrounds. I'm trying to get everything. I'm trying. Y'all motivate me a lot. Y'all really do. Blueface is like another nature boy, in my opinion. I can see that. And it's just, I can see that, you know. He just got to grow up. It's nothing like a young man acting like that. Like, he got some more. Like, if he was an older man carrying on like this, it would be like, okay, some people must be subjecting themselves to this. But you got so much life ahead of you, bro. The fuck are you doing? I mean, life ain't all about what you're trying to make it about. I know the image is cute and people follow you, but the trade-off in that is having a horrible fucking life where your mom don't like you, your sister don't like you, you constantly got women fighting each other, you constantly are insecure, so you got to keep fucking a new bitch and a new bitch and a new bitch to keep feeding your ego, because one bitch ain't enough to tell you and make you feel like you're all of that. It's like, no. No. Yes, we do. The Blueface situation gets a pass the peas or pass the peas like you used to do. Okay. He is so funny and real. I love him. Oh, thank you. Now, King, you know damn well some D's are out for hot folks doing dumb ish. You saw I had to do a little retraction. You know, it shouldn't be that powerful. It really shouldn't be that powerful. But I guess, I mean, especially when the older you get, I ain't even gonna talk about it. Me and my cousin was having a conversation yesterday about the power of the D. A hot crock pot mess. Child of ghetto. He has no respect. Neither do the females he be dealing with. How you allow someone to fight your mom, cousin back and forth is one thing, but to lay hand, that's what I'm saying. And then, but Shantae, here's the thing. Allegedly, he put his hands on his mother and sister as well too. And this isn't the first time. And so it's like, okay, yeah, it's time for me to back away from my son. You know, like, yeah, I might need to. What were you doing before he got on? And you know, she was talking about how she helped support his career and all those good things, drive him back and forth and all that good stuff. And it's just like, yeah, but you gotta let that man go. He don't respect you. That ain't respect. That ain't respect to me. So Blueface Sister, yeah, girl, you should have saw this one coming. Maybe it's preparing you for the next dude that come in your life. Don't introduce him to Blueface. All right. Now this next one is funny, but before I get into that story, I want to play this little clip, right? So you all, I'm on this morning before I took my little shower and shit. I'm trying to figure out, like, what do I want to talk about this morning? So I'm on Twitter and I'm looking at the trending topics, right? So I see, in this order, I see Beyonce, Jay-Z, Solange, and then Jules, or however she calls her son. So I'm like, what the fuck? They got a whole, at first I thought it was an album. So I didn't even continue on Twitter. I went straight to Apple Music like, this bitch done dropped nothing. And now she got all them features. And Jules, what he doing on it? Nothing. So then I continue on to Twitter. Well, so apparently Jules is releasing music. He's a rapper now. And so everybody, the reason Beyonce and Jay-Z and Solange, because they were saying, you mean to tell me you got Beyonce as your auntie, Jay-Z as your uncle, and Solange as your mother, and you have no talent? They were clowning this man's music, get into this. I was clowning it too. I said, I had to play it twice. Like, wait a minute. Do they know he in the studio sounding like this? What is going on? How did we get here? How did we get here? Let's go back. Let me make sure. Okay, perfect. All right, y'all. Let me play this.
I have to pack that heat. She kept showing all the signs, but kept disturbing all my peace. I'm trying to feed the game to niggas, but they always think it's sweet. Just like Future said a while ago, the feds just did a sweep. Fuck the London trip, we gon' get our clothes shipped out from Greece. I had to pack that heat. She kept showing all the signs, but kept disturbing all my peace. I'm trying to feed the game to niggas, but they always think it's sweet. Just like Future said a while ago, the feds just did a sweep. Fuck the London trip, we gon' get our clothes shipped out from Greece. Pack that heat. She kept showing all the signs, but kept disturbing all my peace. I'm trying to feed the game.
So, you know, he was clowned all over Twitter, trashed on Twitter. And I said, damn, you know, it ain't nothing like being the ugly duckling in the family, but being the ugly duckling of the Carter family, being the one that's less talented of the bunch. You, out of all the nieces and nephews, you're the one first to come out trying some talent, and it sounds like that. So I'm hoping this is like a go back to the studio. I know you giving it a try, but this world is going to be very, very critical, especially anybody that's surrounded Beyonce, Jay-Z, Solange, any of that, they're going to be critical. So I didn't want to be too harsh on him. I was like, well, maybe this is just a joke. But I guess he's previewing this new single that's supposed to drop. And I said, drop where? So y'all heard it. He was like, you got all that talent in your family and this is what you choose to do. Some of the trolls in the beef sector are wasting their time over here. This Blueface situation deserves to be trolled the fuck out of. That's too much work. I mean, they got to read. They got to go outside the platform. They got to that's too much work. So he real disrespectful. I'm telling you, I don't know too many families. Well, see, that's the difference. He has money. So money is the root of a lot of evil. And I won't say all evil, but money is the root of a lot of evil. And in this situation, clearly it's the fact that he has money that has allowed him to get away with this. Because in any normal family, them uncles and brothers would have been and whooped your motherfucking ass. That female that was putting hands on it, she got her ass whooped every time she went to a store in the community. Bitch would have been a walking target for the rest of her life. So to know that none of that is happening here, you know, it's money. It got to be money. It sounds bad, but it's not that cut and dry. That mother has done something to make her children lose respect for her. The whole situation is very dysfunctional and endangers. You know, that's a very important other side of it too. And now I'm glad you brought that up. We talk about that too on local news about sometimes how these children are brought up with this view of their parents because of some of the shit they've done to them. So I didn't even look at it like that. That's true. And I still think he shouldn't be trying to get his mother beat up. Hey, Candy K, good morning. Good morning. It's me, Lady K. I changed my name on here. You are going, boo. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And happy Monday. And I hope you have a good day too, Lady K to the Candy K. But when this Blueface dies, the mama and sister are going to make him into a saint like Extension family did. I hope not. He needs a lesson. What? That clip that surfaced on the net, baby, trash. You might as well just step on that. I don't even want it in the garbage can. Just let it be on the side of the road somewhere. Just running down the street. Oh, bless this heart, trash. His uncle is Jay-Z and Blue. Just won her first Grammy. What the hell going on? Not interested in colorist Jules music. Next. What? Young man, get you a clothing line. Okay? A jewelry line. Music ain't it. Now, how long do y'all think it's going to take this man to realize that music ain't it? Jules looks sickly slow and way too yellow. The boy snap off beat. Yeah, all off beat. He sounds like, I ain't got no panties on. I ain't got no panties on the dance floor. Y'all remember that song on BET Uncut late at night? And every time that man rapped on the beat, he was just off the beat. Step in the club. I'll just be like, oh, why am I watching this on Instant Dragon? Why did you let your Uncle Jay-Z ghostwrite a song? Okay, we're looking at him real crazy like you fucking it up. She already saying you fucking up the role. Bro, you fucking it up. I had a Grammy a year or 2 years ago. What you doing? This is not even radio. You can't even play this on the radio. What is this? Oh wow, that's trash. Beyonce needs to make him sign something. I promise who will ever make music. This is about the family legacy. You is not right, AJ. Oh my God. Yes, sir. Too much money. That family is done. Jules, like Tom Hanks, is done with Chet. They be letting Jules disrespect the nose name every other day. Beyonce girl, come get your nephew. Come get your nephew. Yes. They used to be all off on beat on BET Uncut. Is it a joke? Because he's not even on beat. No, it's a real single, y'all. Oh my God, it's a real single. He previewing new music, and that's off the what the site rap. What is it? Rap music. Y'all think he's a joke. He tried till the trust fund money runs out, or maybe until you get access to it. Because some of them be like, you ain't getting access to your money until you get a job, 26 or some shit. But I thought that was funny. All right, let's get into 50 Cent. Baby, when I tell you 50 Cent had me rolling. Now, if you know one thing about 50 Cent, he's a troll. He's an ultimate troll. So 50 Cent trolled Madonna over her raunchy photos. And somebody tell her to chill out, please. So let me show you what she done. What I don't know what's going on. To be honest with you, I don't know if she's at a point where she's just feeling like she wants some, she still wants to hold on to the little bit of relevance she has, but it's like, girl, you reaching and the ceiling is still high, too high. So here is Madonna. Okay, and here's what 50 Cent posted on his page. This is her. And so she goes on to say, I hope she didn't make her kids take this picture. LOL at 63. Somebody tell her to chill out, please. Now look at her face. You see her face? He goes on to post this. Then he posts this. And then he posts this. And my thing with Madonna is, what's going on? What's going on, Madonna? Do we not understand? This is what she's posting at age 63. And look at her face. She looks horrible to me. I don't know what else to say. I'm glad he trolled her. So she tried to, of course, clap back or respond in some form, shape, or manner, and it just wasn't hitting. So she goes on to say, she fake. Oh, she hasn't apologized yet, but last time he shamed her, she hopped onto Instagram to yell that he was being fake. His apology towards her was fake. And yeah, I'm not into it. I'm trying to get this picture off the screen, y'all. Oh, it's because I'm sharing. I'm over here looking for an image to stop showing. I'm sharing the screen. I'm not into that. I don't know, understand what it is. She's 63 years old. She has kids, and she's posting these thought traps, these thirsty thought traps on social media. And it's like, okay, typically when you age and you get older, you want to protect your brand and legacy. You're doing everything in your power to make us question, is this really the woman? Now granted, she's an icon. Yes, she's an icon. She definitely has some music in her vault, but I don't want to see Madonna with her legs open like that and her face looking real alien-like. Like, girl, let it go, please. Ooh, that face looked like it's been mushed in. Oh, 50 your man Curtis. Oh, Madonna. Ooh, Madonna doesn't want to accept the fact that she's a woman of a particular age. And Miss Toby, I think that is so true. Because at some point we want to see Madonna start being graceful and that diva, that I don't know, but that air about yourself where you've walked and you're accepting it. It's just like you wearing this out and you doing this. I don't know who the fuck she thought. No, sis, it wasn't it. You got a shock value. She thirst trapping with a hint of gothic mix. I wish she just let herself age gracefully. I said the same thing about Lil' Kim. To this day, the first Lil' Kim would probably be a gorgeous woman right now. Unfortunately, We'll never know. Madonna need to stop at a certain age. There are things we just don't do. Joel's the mason of his family. Joel don't give a fuck, and he said as fuck because he has been given the mountains, rivers, and valleys, but never earned 1 acre or work for 1 acre. And looking like this emoji, one of the people in the black. That yes, that's exactly what she looked. I wonder if she knows she looked like an alien. I wonder. Shit, no, he not. Madonna creeps me out. She always lusting for young black, but ugh. Get it. Oh no, please. Madonna, no ma'am. Yeah. It's like just a whole vampire. I am here for 2 quarters trolling Madonna. Okay, she don't. Yeah, Lil Kim. Man, I go back to see the old face. Even on the hardcore album, I could have did with that face. It was a little touched, but her skin tone was still the same. And you could still see her eyes without her having to do this. Like now it's just like with the V chin, she'd be like real. And it's really like she can barely talk because her lips, it's just a lot. It's a lot. We will never know. Now I would like a forensic sketch artist to put what will Lil Kim look like. What does the real Lil Kim look like in 2022? That'd be dope. I think that would be dope. I would love to see something like that. Oh my God, Junior Mafia, Lil Kim was. I don't know who told her you need to push your chin down some and lift your cheeks up. I don't. She always after a black male celeb, and they always get creeped out and back out. Madonna's aging like curdled milk. She needs to chill. Good morning, Nate. Good morning. Not curdled milk. Madonna was tacky at the beginning. It only has become gross and nasty. Gross and nasty and just puts a bad taste in your mouth. She couldn't eat in front of me. Like, because I imagine her like acting strange. Please stop it. That's exactly what they're saying. Y'all talk about Lil Kim. Kim Lin. Oh, that's the new one. Kim Lin. Yeah, we talking about Kim Lin, not Lil Kim. Kim Lin. A lot of people feel the lighter your complexion, the higher your success. So not true. All shades can become very successful. And that is so true. It's crazy. The industry told her that, and I believe she was romantically traumatized by men. So what do you think about Madonna? You think the industry led her to go and do her face like this too? Ooh-wee. All right, so we done with that, and we done with that. So let's get into this sad story. Metro Boomin. So Metro Boomin's mother was reportedly killed by her husband near Atlanta. Now, if you don't know Metro Boomin is a highly celebrated producer. He's produced music for a number of artists. Drake, Wayne, what's some other artists he's produced music for? Future, most of your Atlanta greats he's made music for. So his mother was killed by her husband before he took his own life this weekend. And other outlets are saying that the killer was her boyfriend. So the news was initially reported by multiple outlets on Sunday before being confirmed. It reveals that the body of Metro's mother, Leslie Wayne, was discovered by authorities outside of the Atlanta area. Wayne was reportedly killed over the weekend by her husband, who was not Metro's father, before he then killed himself. Wayne raised Metro. His mother raised Metro along with his 3 siblings and was an early believer in his music. She, on her birthday, he shouted his mother out with a birthday purse in the passenger seat of a car and called her his biggest inspiration. He said that she would drive him for 8 hours from St. Louis to Atlanta to help him achieve his musical aspirations. And so it's really, really sad that this has happened to Metro Boomin. Metro has yet to share a statement on the reported death of his mother. We extend our thoughts to him and his family at this time. Rest in peace to your mother. And I send my condolences to you, Metro Boomin, because I know this has certainly come out of the woodwork, something you did not expect that happened to you. So sorry that this happened to you. And I'm going to stay tuned to the story because I want to know if there's any additional details. You know, I'm always looking for, were there any signs? You know, what was the extent of their relationship? So I'm going to stay tuned to this. So let's keep our hearts and our prayers and our warm wishes and our thoughts on Metro Boomin. Now, perfect. 1 hour and 45 minutes. We done been here. Now we're gonna get into this. Okay, let me make sure me clear the comments up so we can catch y'all up. Demon, my demon, no Madonna, my demon. Oh my God! Wow, isn't that crazy? That was so sad to me. It was so sad to hear. I keep telling y'all I don't know that Asian woman pretend to be Lil Kim. Someone do a welfare check and ask Puffy where is he hiding the real back. I was so sad to hear about Atlanta rapper Trouble getting killed. He was so down to earth and personable. I came to know of him through Alexis Sky. My condolences to his and family and children. Yes, Atlanta rapper Trouble, he was shot and killed outside of an apartment complex in Atlanta. And I wanted to wait for more additional details to surface, and I was going to bring it up on Friday. But yes, prayers, rest in peace to Trouble and his family. And I did read the Alexis Sky message as well. So shout out to his family. Our condolences are with you. And hopefully I'll have some more details, some more information around the story. I was hoping for it to evolve and develop throughout the week. And I'll bring you some more details on Friday's Hot Topics report. Hey, Risa, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Jen Parrish, good morning. Chat family, y'all have a great week. And you too. And y'all have a great week. Y'all too. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah. I saw him, Candy K. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, he was. And it was so sad to see somebody like them go. Like people, we are taking our own. We are really taking our own. We are really taking our own. All right, so let's get into this, the MoNique situation. So MoNique accuses DL Hughley of neglecting his daughter. Now, before I give that commentary, we gonna put it all out there today. We're gonna talk about it all. I want to be able to pull this out so you all can understand why I feel like this should at this point should be beneath them. It won't be beneath them because somebody's hurt. And who do I think is hurt? MoNique. Now, MoNique went and posted this on her Instagram. She posted this clip of DL Hughley on the Sway show and what he had to say regarding his daughter. Now, some of you may have heard this already. Some of you, may have been catching up, but I'm going to play it for the news crew so they can hear it and we're going to move forward from there. So here's what he said.
Hey, right. And I thought it would. 10 minutes later, 5 to 10 minutes later, the people from Kiss FM, Image Communications came down, took that tape, said if it airs, you'll never work in radio again. Took it from everybody. Said this better never air. And it did not.
And it did not
and I'm telling you, that's true shit. I swear that on my kid.
So
I know he's powerful enough to make that up.
So now you don't think so you're telling this story now.
I told it then. I told it on time. No, this is not. No, this is.
You told the story.
Oh, yeah, I swear to God.
Yeah.
See, people only hear what they want to hear.
Yeah.
Like I had known this for a long time and said it a long time. But I remember I was on Tom Jordan's show. He's the one that got me my radio show, and I was on his show, and I told him, "Don't talk about Mr. Cotton." They have this idea, like you can be, like I said, you can be profane, you can be profound, he's a lot of it. He's a humorist. Yeah. He's benevolent. He's a humorist. He's a humanitarian. And he's a rapist. That's the way that you can be all in. Man, I lived next door to a dude, man. He took me to the free clinic. He told me about life. And he also was raping his daughter the whole time and went to jail. So to me, he's always going to be the dude who did everybody's do. But how come when people do stuff like this, they're always above reproach? Nobody ever believes them. And then it's always a lot of it. And it's always, and the reason it hits home to me is because my youngest daughter said something happened to her, and because it was somebody I like, I didn't believe her. And I'll never get that back. She'll never. I'm supposed to protect her, and I'll never get that back. That she told her father something, and he didn't do nothing about it because it was inconvenient. So I can see how that could play. Right. And there's so many everybody wandering around why women are mad and why people are like that. Look at the shit they go through. Yeah. Like when she said on Color Purple, a girl child ain't safe in the family for the men. That's fucking true. Mm-hmm. And it's just that he is categorically everybody you ever see is like priests who are above reproach, or coaches who are above reproach. Right. Yeah. Nobody, a teacher, they would never. Why are you somebody's boyfriend? How would you? And he played on that, and to this day, he's never said he didn't do it. This is not gonna happen.
Now, so this is what she posted to her Instagram. And alongside this post, she puts, "This is based upon DL's own words that you just heard. When I said, how can DL's wife suck the dick of a coward? This is what I meant. When my husband and I say we have to fight for the little girls coming up behind us, and you see DL didn't believe his own daughter over a friend because he seemingly likes his friend more than he loved his own daughter and didn't want to be bothered by the inconvenient truth. This highlights why the black woman isn't believed when she publicly speaks about her trauma. What does the black woman and his DL's black wife have coming? Watch who stands with this man, and you're looking at the same ones who will sit down when your sisters are being attacked." And she goes on and on. You know, I find it funny that DL will call out Ice Cube, Kanye, RZA, Angela Stanton, myself, but he won't call out the name of the person that violated his daughter. This is what happens for the people who said, I just need to let things go. Thank you. We love us for real. So this is what she put out, right? And then, of course, the daughter, you know, jumps down and the daughter responds. The daughter is like, hold up, Sway. You know, what's going on? So the daughter responds. And so here's a little bit of what she had to say. Let me pull this up because I can't see it on y'all's screen, but I can see it over here. All right, so here's a little bit of what she had to say, and I think it's critical. She goes on. Now I'm going to skim through this, but it goes on to, you've now publicly disrespected my mother, who I love and care for very much, and my baby sister, who I love and care for very much, to get back at my father, who I love, respect, and care for very much. At this point, I feel like you are asking my family and myself to act out of character, out of all the things you could have legitimately said about my dad, if that's the route you wanted to take. You chose to deliberately be mean and hurtful to two black women who have nothing to do with this conversation. Using my mama and my sister to show people my father's character only shows how little mental stability, dignity, morality, and respect you have, only for yourself, but other black women. You can continue to live in that scorched earth kingdom of yours. Get some help, ma'am, for real. Oh, and if you want to have this conversation in person, I'll happily give you my address. MoNique goes on to respond. You know, she says, great, wonderful. She'll take her address, and, you know, her father could set it up. So I said, now, isn't this interesting? So here we have, and now, mind you, we have, this all started from a contract dispute. MoNique got on stage. She voiced her opinion. She shared her commentary on what was going on. She said some things about D.L. Hughley. And then D.L. Hughley goes on and responds, as well as Steve Harvey and all these other folks that she seemingly has been hating, or not hating, but having issues with in the industry, right? So what does she do in this, you know, Spill It Boy TV called it beef. So what does she do in this beef? Well, there's no rule. I guess there's no rules when you're beefing. And so she goes on to play this clip, the clip I just played for you. Now I said, isn't this ironic? Because this is the very same thing she accused Oprah of doing to her. She accused Oprah of unearthing her brother and her mama at the expense of herself. And this is why they had beef. And I said, so you're hurt. I said, you're doing things that have happened to you, how you've been hurt and broken. So now you're doing the same fucking thing and you're moving it forward. And I don't see in any of your statement how you love us for real. This is not something you put out in the public. This is not something of somebody of your stature that we would think that you would put out in public and then phrase it like that. If y'all heard that man in that commentary, that did not sound like it was coming from a place of him saying he don't protect his daughter. He was giving a story about how people in certain positions are always protected. But she didn't talk about that. She merely put this out. I'm going to get back at him. I'm going to put this out here. And it backfired on her ass. It backfired on her ass because the intent of it was not there. It was misplaced. And MoNique, let me just play this. And I don't care if they flag me or whatever, but I'm going to play this for you all. I want you all to see what MoNique said, how MoNique was when this same fucking thing happened to her. What did I say? I was gonna start at the 2-minute mark. Remember this?
And our fathers. And I shared my relationship with her about my mother, as she shared hers with me, which I will never repeat because she shared it with me about her mother and father. It might be something she shared with everybody, but wanted to make me feel special. I don't know. Nonetheless, it was in our moment. I shared with her that me and my mother was not talking. I shared with her we were in a really bad place. I shared with her I was hurt and, trying to figure this thing out. She never said my mother was coming on that show, because had Oprah Winfrey said, I'm going to have your mother, I would have said, shut it down. I don't need the world seeing how greedy my mother is. Shut that down. That's one of the reasons why we...
Hold up. So, MoNique, you're saying that you didn't want Oprah to interview your mother or your brother because you didn't want that information shared with the world. Shut it down. So can you understand how this daughter who's protecting her sister is saying that you're using this as malicious intent? There's no beefing here. You're literally hurt. You're doing exactly what has happened to you. And I always say that hurt people, and I put that in the title below. Hurt people hurt people. See, MoNique never got past all of this shit that has happened to her in the past. So instead of her dealing with that and addressing those issues, fuck that. She's coming after them left and right with every blow that she has. And what makes it really, really bad is that typically people of her stature, people who are in the public limelight, who have a lot of things to risk. They have a lot of shit to risk, a lot of shit to lose. They don't do this kind of stuff. They're not trying to go back and forth. They're not trying to do a character assassination. You do that shit in a court of law when you're at your level. You file a fucking civil case for defamation of character if you really feel like you have something. But to see MoNique turn a contract dispute into a situation about this man's daughter and how he doesn't protect the Black women as your way of fighting back is pure bullshit. I have to call it what it is. It's pure bullshit. It is not apples to apples. It is not oranges to oranges. That man's child and their trauma and that family trauma and the shit they went through is nothing for us to sit here and consume and dissect at all. Because when the tables were turned and it was on you, this is what you had to say. So let's continue.
Don't communicate because of my mother and father's greed. So if you had given me the opportunity, I would have said, I can't put my mother, that's still my mother. Right. Okay? Now here comes the show. And here comes the commercials. And now I'm starting to see my mother and my father and my other brother who was my manager. We didn't discuss that, Oprah.
Wait, he was your manager and you went to Oprah?
Wasn't my manager time. Okay. Now I had already fired him. So I'm watching this show, and I'm watching my father sit there, who was a strong alcoholic. I'm watching him drunk. I'm watching my mother be greedy. I'm watching my other brother, who was my manager, be greedy. I know my family. And I'm watching my brother who molested me sit on this stage, trying to paint this picture of I'm trying to be a help, but now I'm watching the scam. As much as they keep talking, I'm seeing the scam take place. Well, when it was all said and done, Oprah Winfrey calls me. And in that moment, I was still stuck in, this is Oprah Winfrey. How do I say, you had my mother, my father, my other brother, and I'm stuck in that moment. And when we hung up that phone, my husband looked at me and said, what's wrong with you? That's not what we made of. You know how you felt about that and how you feel about that. And you need to let that woman know, I don't care about a title and a position. That's not what you cut from.
Is that what his daughter did?
It was my obligation to let Oprah Winfrey know how I really felt. Now, I want you to understand something too. See, this is why me and Oprah Winfrey got a problem.
Before we proceed further, so you mean to tell me you could exactly relate to feeling betrayed, feeling like something about you has been put out into the world, even though this man had this interview, but it's been put out as his father isn't protecting. You don't know what therapy, you don't know what they went through to get through this situation. You don't know that, but all you know is that was a situation with him. I'm gonna put it back out here in the spotlight to prove my point. And like you said, it had nothing to do with the contract. All it was character assassination. So what the fuck you think Oprah was doing with you on her show after you told her you didn't want your mom on the show and she put her on the show? What the fuck you think she was doing? So you can't complain then, and then now you're actually partaking in the act of exposing someone in their family because of how you feel about the DL Hughley. I don't feel like this is not how you act on your level, MoNique. This is not how you're on the incline. You're not on the decline. You're on the incline of going back up to where you once were. Do you think this helps you, or do you think this sets you back? Granted, you're gonna be asked to perform and be on shows with other comedians. So the first thing a promoter is gonna have to do is now say, okay, you're bringing this extra layer of and then to find out that DL Hughley apologized to you and you're still doing this, it lets me know that you're deeply hurt. You're hurt and you're offended and you're affected by the situation. You're affected by these people having years of talking all this shit about you and you not having nothing to say or no rebuttal. You've been wanting to put this video out of this man. You got mad shit in the vault. The way you were turning and spinning this shit, you got mad shit in the vault. You are operating as if you are somebody in the beef sector. You are. No jokes aside, you are operating as if you are somebody in the beef sector. And the sad part is DL Hughley is not. He's trying to carry himself as a professional person who's thinking about his dollar bill and, his career. And you're not, because you're hurt. You haven't dealt with your own hurt. As much as you try to put out in the world this persona of, I love us for real. I'm doing it for us. I'm protecting you. It doesn't feel like that. It does not feel like that at all. I did get a chance to listen to Spiller Boy TV's live, and there was a woman on there who got on there who shared her experience and was saying that for anybody who's been through something like that, to hear it again, lived over and replay like that, that's equally as traumatizing as well. So it's like you knew what you was going to point out in this message. You knew what you were going to share, and you didn't give a fuck. You didn't think back to when Oprah wanted to bring your brother on and talk about how he molested you as a child, how that would be reliving trauma in your life, and you saw him as a scam. You didn't do that. You just instantly are going for the gusto. It doesn't make for somebody who's trying to come back up in their career. It's like a setback. Now it's interesting because also Spiller Boy TV was like, she needs to go up against somebody who can give her the business to go back with her, and particularly maybe a homosexual male or a drag queen, somebody who's gonna give her that umph, or another woman. And I said no, because if DL Hughley was Cat Williams, he would have ate her ass up. Cat Williams would have ate her ass the fuck up. If it was, and I'm just trying to throw out some other artists and shit like that who will go toe to toe with her. I think Steve would go toe to toe with her. Steve Harvey would go toe to toe with her on his own radio show, not on his syndicated TV show, but on his radio show where he has a little bit more free reign. I think he would go toe to toe with her. I think MoNique is bitter. I think this all came out like I literally was like, oh, she's bitter. She's hurt. This isn't back and forth banter on the subject at hand. This is, bitch, you've been fucking with me for all these years. You ain't never come to my aid. So I'm about to get at your ass. And it's backfiring at her because people are looking like, wait, where is this coming from? You on the up and up. You still harboring this. What is going on? And so I think it's in poor taste. You do not need to be beefing on your level at all. I was trying to think about other celebrities who beef. And I say there are always celebrities. The celebrities who beef are the ones who have nothing to lose. Like right now, MoNique has nothing to lose. We saw her at her lowest. We've seen her battle it out with everyone else. So we know what she gives. So she's at a point where it's like, I ain't got shit to lose. They know how I give it up. DL Hughley, we don't see him out here doing that shit. We don't see him going back and forth. We don't see him doing that outside of the comedic tone. So to see her try to put him in that light to go back and it was like, whoa, no, I ain't doing that. I mean, we can talk about this contract, but I'm not doing all that. And I would have done the same thing. I'm not doing that shit with you. You're going to be talking to you. You're going to be loving you for real by your damn self and Sydney Hicks. I'm not doing this with you. I have too much on the line. I'm a businessman. And I'm a businessman. So why would I be sitting here going back and forth? You want to post that shit about my daughter? Thank you. Bring that shit to light. But I don't think this is showing her in the best light at all. And I'm sorry, Mo. I did not. I thought that was in poor taste. You don't know how to end shit. You just keep it going and going and going. People are like, where's 50 Cent? Did he tell her the best revenge is being successful? And it's like, hello. So where we go from a contract dispute to her rebuttal being leaking this old interview of him talking about this situation with his daughter to try to assassinate his character, to his child coming out here to defend the mother and the daughter, to us now at this point where we're looking at Mo like, well, no, what the fuck? What's next? You know, so that was my take on it. All right, let's get into the comments. What y'all think? I was team MoNique at first, now not so much. In my opinion, she needs to have a whole fucking seat over both of them. Tired of this. MoNique needs a better team and do for herself. Daddy ain't coming through. He is not. Lord, oh my God, that's a lot. Is DL LGBTQ? He might be, but he might be like the Dwayne Martin, Will Smith kind. I'll say it like that. I'm so stupid. So he wasn't able to confront his child abuse and wasn't able to see a mentor as the abuser. He was behind closed doors. Got it. Yeah, no. So that was the situation at hand. That was definitely the situation at hand. And from that, you know, since her bringing this to the spotlight and through his daughter, we've learned that, you know, they sort of have healed and got past that situation. We don't know what it was. And as much as we want to look at it and say it's bad and, oh my God, how could you? They as a family, you know, that made them stronger. We don't know if, you know, what he did, you know. Child is DL and Mo beef. Yeah. The fact DL didn't believe his child over is very telling. I was never a DL fan. This interview made my feelings on him even less than yeah, I can imagine. Wow, quite a response. That's exactly what MoNique wanted to do too. The daughter welcomed her to her home, and MoNique wanted the meetup set up on DL show. Exactly. That's what she want. This is all about. Yeah. No, girl. She wanted to come to you. She wanted to meet up. Once DL discussed his daughter's trauma, it unfortunately became available for commentary, good or bad, which is good, but it doesn't fit this purpose. You know what I'm saying? This was not, if she was going to do that, she should have did that shit on the stage. You putting the video out, it didn't do anything. It didn't change any of the narrative. I think what it did was it just allowed us to see, you know, oh, that happened to DL Hughley. And then for the daughter to come out in support of her father, that I could see if the daughter came out and was like, yeah, and he didn't do nothing and we still dealing with it. Bingo, you got him. We'd be singing a different tune, but it didn't go down like that, you know. And as much as we want to be, you know, against this, it's stuff like this that happen in the real world often more than not, where, you know, you have somebody who's being abused and the parent may not be believing them until it's too late, or, you know, until years later, you know. So imagine how many parents or many people can connect with him on that level, you know. So it's a little bittersweet for her. Yeah, she doesn't. No, she doesn't, Miss Toby, at all. Is it a technical unearthing if the interview was already out? I think she probably had the interview sitting in a folder on her desktop ready to go on all the asses. She probably got a folder. So I don't think it was like her, you know, doing too much searching. I think she had it available. I think it's just the timing of it. I think it's like, okay, girl, you had all this opportunity and time to put this out and make this point, but now it's the time you make this point. And the point that you make is he doesn't protect Black girls. Now I could see if, again, that was confirmed by the mother, the daughters, but it wasn't. So it leaves it up for you creating a whole new narrative out of something that happened. Now, if the tables were turned, let's talk about you in a situation with you and your father and your brother and your mother. People could say the way you treat your mother is shit. People could say, you know, what's going on between you and your brother is scandalous. You know, it leaves it open for interpretation. So she knew what she's doing. It's just like, all right. McGruff, the crime dog, silver alert. Jay Wilson, if you have seen him, please let us know. Jay Wilson, where are you? DL's daughter was right, because how dare you re-traumatize that woman to get her that was fucked up. Yeah. Greedy. DL hit below the belt, and Mo said she's taking him to hell. MoNique definitely took it out of context to make him look bad. That's a very sensitive subject anyway for males and females. I'm a victim myself of assault at a young age. It's not light. Right. That's what I was hearing this weekend. It's not light at all. That poor daughter probably hasn't had a chance to grieve and get over her abuse. MoNique technically re-traumatized DL's daughter. That's what people were saying too. Yeah, that it was re-traumatization. And like, you know, yeah, in the beef sector, that happens. That is what goes on down here in the beef sector. But see, when you have shit to lose, meaning fans, meaning public opinion, meaning movie deals, meaning the opportunity to work with people, you can't do the same shit you would do when you got shit to lose, when you ain't got shit to lose. And I'm not saying people in the beef sector don't have things to lose or they're not, you know, but I'm just saying that on a different level, these people have a lot. And it's not just their mouths they're feeding other people around them, you know, personal assistants, lawyers, all that kind of shit. So I think people need to be careful, you know. Yeah, it's one, you know, you come at me, I'm gonna come back at you, you know, you josh me, I'm gonna josh you. That's all fine and dandy, but just make sure you're being clear about what it is you're doing. You don't know what other fan that you had that was a fan of Mo's, a female fan of Mo's, and now it's like, yeah, that was not cool. Mo better be careful. That woman don't hire an attorney and sue for mental anguish, period. But didn't DL bring up the fact first that he is protecting Black women? Yeah, and this is her point of saying that this is her way of saying that he's not protecting Black women by looking the situation between him and her daughter. And it's like, that is not even the same context. This is a different situation. And again, I just keep pushing the whole thing. We don't know how they've settled this situation. So it's just like you opening up another wound for their family all over again at the expense of the father over a contract dispute. It's wild. It definitely took a turn for the left, and she claims she is for us. Well, that's the reason most of us who are traumatized never come forward. They do. They really do. I mean, at this point, it's like, this is not, you know. And my thing is, who's next on her list? Who's next she's coming after? You know, she's going down her list, and she's checking that bitch twice. MoNique has always had people in her center circle. She's damaged and hurt. MoNique needs therapy and a better team. This is why she fight the way she does. Her team is weak as fuck. Yeah, that's from a very triggering and traumatizing. It is, yeah, very bitter, and the banter has been brewing for years. You know she has. Dave Chappelle too. Yep, beefing for dollars. And as for his wife sucking the D, well, I couldn't see myself sucking the D of somebody I call my daddy. Some more would toe to toe with MoNique. Oh, baby. Dio was playing the professional good guy role. MoNique is fighting for daddy's respect while losing her own honor and her accomplishments being belittled. I love the way you put that. MoNique is fighting for her daddy's respect. I love the way you put that. I agree. Just doing my job and following clues. Miss Hogarth, our job is to solve this cold case. Oh my God. I get wrong and finally admitted Will and Dwayne's love. Listen. I know something there. It's something. I would love to be a part of that. Okay, I would be on time and well behaved. DL admitted he ain't do shit. What does a contract dispute have anything to do with protecting Black women? What? And if I was him, you see me here. Amongst the beef sector folks, if I was him, I would have put out the video of Oprah interviewing her brother, talking about her. See, now what would that have done to her? What would that have not just done to her, but the image around her, unearthing that, bringing that back up to light, having articles and blogs write about that. Like, oh, wow. You know, it's like, that shit could be done to you, but he's not doing that. That's not his game. That's not how he fight. But some people would have done that. You know what I'm saying? You can clearly see here who's hurt and who's moved the fuck on. Like, girl, you better go ahead. I know I would have. I'd have been like, I'd have had my PR all over that. You better issue her a shut the fuck up something. Can we do anything to her if she say my fucking name any more times? I need a defamation tracker going. I need an intern on that bitch. Wherever she going. Like, seriously. MoNique has her files on all them. The problem is MoNique drops this stuff at the wrong times. Thank you. Girl, if she didn't, she should have dropped all of this shit that she's been holding, all of this stuff a while ago. When it was all gravy for her to come, when we was going through the whole thing with her and Lee Daniels and all of that shit, she should have dropped this shit. And all of a sudden we get it. This was evidently MoNique's breaking point with DL. So this contract dispute just broke the camel's back and she skull dragging him in public court. That's what happened. That's what I was saying. She was hanging on to some shit. She had been sitting there the whole time like, you know what? I'm sick of your ass. I do wonder if any major issue she has with someone or company, will she bring it to the public moving forward? I think she will. I think for Mo, she has nothing to lose by doing so. She's already lost everything and she's trying to go on the incline, but her way. And I think B1 said it earlier, it's her way at the respect of her husband. I think she wants his respect because oftentimes you see him stop her and say, you know, he checks her, he telling her something. I'm like, that's the dumbass. What you telling her that for? It's okay. I had to go from women behind the chat. So I'm catching up. The difference to me is DL shared this publicly. Sounds like she shared this with Oprah privately. No, because Oprah had her brother on her show. And the thing is that what I'm saying is that Oprah, even though the aura of she didn't want it to happen or to be exposed to be there, Oprah still did it at the expense of getting views. It's a hot topic. It was relevant. And she was hurt by that. So now MoNique sharing this moment about DL Hughley. It's a public moment, but resharing this moment about DL Hughley and then dubbing it him not protecting his own daughter is like you're re-earthing and re-traumatizing the daughter in this situation at the sake of trying to clown this man, like Oprah at the sake of getting views for her TV show because you were a hot topic at that time. So it's almost like, you know, you're doing something that was done to you and you don't even realize subconsciously you're repeating things that have been hurt to you. And it makes you just want to watch her steps moving forward. Like, damn, somebody did that to you. You know those people who are bitter and angry and hurt. I call them negative Nancy's and bitter Betties. And they just always approach things as negative or, no, you can't do this, or, like they fighting for their rights all the fucking time. Bitch, gotta go to the bathroom. Where's the bathroom, bitch? If you don't calm down, like I feel like Mo is giving that right now. She's just ultra and then I say that because I see that same attitude in the beef sector where people have been beat down so fucking much that they have nothing but they meet you negative. They meet you like you're trying to hurt them, like you're trying to harm them or put them in a bad light. And I see that with her. And so in beef sector, when you get people like that, they are always on that, ready to prowl, ready to, go back and josh you. So what do you see with MoNique? Doing the same fucking thing, just ready to and I got facts and I got receipts. Then you produce a fucking receipt and it's your own contract. Girl, okay. So it's like, MoNique, you're a celebrity, honey, and I get that you're angry and bitter and all of these things, but you're on the incline. It ain't like we trying to keep you down forever. Hey, Anthony, good morning. Thank you for coming through. Not a cold case. I am not on either side. It may have started with the contract dispute this time, but I think it made MoNique feel ambushed. Oprah interviewed DL shady business with the promoter. Yeah, she probably does. Oh, shit, that hurt. Just being messy, but I want to see the fallout between MoNique and 2 Quarters. That is going to be hilarious. Mark my words, it's coming. Mark my words, that's coming. Yes, put out the video. If he did that, if DL Hughley put out the video of Oprah, baby, that would just be messy. Good morning to you, McGruff the crime dog. 2 Quarters. MoNique's misstep is not addressing issues when they arose. If she didn't like commentary interviews he's done, address it and don't let it fester. Speak your mind at the time of disrespect. I agree. I hate when people let shit and then you want to come back. That's bitch shit to me. Some folks stay quiet too long, trying to get along with folks that see them as less than. Yet when they explode, everyone else sees them as wrong. It has been skin folks that started her decline. That is so fucking true. That whole when people explode, even though they may be in the right and justified, but because it's so late and after the fact, you are oftentimes looked at as the person that What the fuck is wrong with you? And that's what's happening here with MoNique. It's like, girl, you still harboring. It's like, you still doing that? I'm sure the promoters probably assumed her and DL Hughley had a professional relationship, or at least a cordiality, some form of that. But to see it go down like this is like, oh, okay, you can't boogie. You got to make sure MoNique is good with X, Y, and Z. It's like people don't want that kind of connotation. It's ridiculous. A lot of bitter Bettys in the world and negative Nancy's. Just be bitter. Bitch, what you mad about? Agree with you on all your statements. MoNique needs to be more tactful about her moves. She ain't making the best ones first and cause her come off angry and combative. I agree. You are not going to stop. There's been money on the floor for days, yet at Chaplain Wilson's has not built a Walgreens or a Target or a Walmart. A lot of entertainers draw up their own contracts as they know what's in them and have the entertainment companies sign off with their attorney. Right, but I thought she was going to have like the addendum that the same thing that he had, like an addendum from them stipulating, you know, you had the approval of the list, all of that good stuff. She didn't. All she showed us was some emails and stuff like that. It was just, I didn't see anything like that. I just assumed that she would have more direction from them. In her own contract, I don't think she could only extract what she want to extract, but all the other stuff, she left it up to sort of them to coordinate. She really needs to see a therapist. If she thinks going this route, she's going to have a nervous breakdown quickly and soon. Daddy got up in there and got sis looking crazy in these streets. I know it's good. Damn. So that's my thought on it. I feel like we're at a point now where it's like DL Hughley is slowly but surely retracting, moving away from this beef, moving on. And I feel like MoNique is trying to get her lick in. You know, even still to this moment, I feel like she's trying to get a lick in. My only question is, who is next? And what advice could we give Mo to like focus on other stuff? Like, you don't have to respond and you don't have to be all like, I don't know. I don't get it. And I'm not in the industry, but I don't understand why she feels like she needs to be so, It's like, we see you have so much support. Maybe she don't feel it. She did not show any list. That promoter got off easy without being held accountable. Risa, I'm talking about, I'd have ripped this motherfucking show. I'm shocked. I was very shocked by how unaccountable the promoter was in this situation. In the clip, she said she and Oprah had a private conversation where she shared these things before Oprah had her family on the show. Right. So, which is what I'm saying. You knew beforehand, and Oprah knew beforehand. Oprah had a clear understanding that you did not want them on your show. Oprah did it anyways. And so now it's out there on the show, and now it's being exposed, and now everyone sees that and see how you feel. And so what all I'm saying is, in this clip and her putting it on Instagram, social media, and then labeling it as if like you're labeling it now, he's not protecting Black women because of this X, Y, and Z. You don't know what your labeling is not only doing to him, but it's doing to the daughter and the mother. Similar to Oprah didn't know that having her brother on and your mother on would do all those things to you even after you've had the conversation. And then Oprah called you afterwards and you didn't even share with her that you felt this way. It was until your husband, Daddy, got involved and you started to switch your course of action. So I'm just simply saying is, you can't sort of not see why the families responded the way they did and why they may be hurt, because it has happened to you before. You know, you've been in those situations, and I'm sure it's been many other times where people have hurt MoNique, you know. And let's just take out her career, her just being a woman. You know, she dealt with weight issues. You know, sometimes weight issues may put you at the back of the line in your career. So I'm sure those are other things that she's been dealing with too as well. I let shit build and explode. I also give fair warning when I see myself about to blow. I hate when people try me because I come off too nice and weak. Yeah, I explode. I blow the fuck up. Yeah, I'm with you. I just be like, you know what? You know what? Not good enough to make me fumble my bag. Come on now. It's got to be more than peeing. He might be blowing in it. You too, Miss Toby. Thank you for coming through. Have a great week too. She is still mad at her parents for not believing her as a little girl. There is no resolve because both of her parents are now deceased. That's got to be a deep hurt. T Trisha one. That's got to be a deep hurt. Exactly. Oprah did it. MoNique needs that clip of grown folks. Shut the fuck up. Hey, Love Bug. Good morning, everyone. Ariana Dio has shown so much restraint because she the last one to talk about abuse. Dio can really break her with his words. That's what I'm saying, Love Bug. Like she's definitely she has a case, a scenario case. So I'm saying she should just relax on it. I'm just saying, listen, I think it's a technique. It's got to be blowing, so, a curl of the tongue, because Diddy, Dio and MoNique should have come together and sued the promoter for contract disrupt. This could have shown how blacks are. Why that sounds too much like right? That sounds too much like I have a lot to lose. I'm a professional person in my career. Like that sounds too much like I've been doing this for years and years and years, and I'm not bitter and I'm not hurt, and this is about my business. That sounds too much like something someone would do when they are about their bag. But as we see how it laid out, the next step in that was, well, let's talk about your shit. You know, let's get into your shit. Since you say this, let's get into your shit. And it was like, oh, okay, that's a cute move for everyone but you. Good morning, Voodoo. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. All right. And the last story that I want to get into is, of course, none other than the Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey reportedly break up. Now, you know, this was definitely, I saw it and I was like, I thought it was just a rumor. I was like, what? But sources tell People magazine the celebrity couple broke up after a year and a half of dating. Though the insider didn't share any details about what led to the decision, they claimed Jordan and Harvey were both completely heartbroken. They still love each other, the source said. Michael matured a lot over the course of their relationship and was ready to commit for the long term. He let down his guard with her, opening up emotionally in a romantic relationship for the first time. They had great times together and brought out the best in each other. Jordan, 35, and Harvey, 25. You know, they went official back in January of 2021. She has now since scrubbed her Instagram of any pictures of him. I think he still has one picture up of her. The couple in their respective camps have publicly confirmed the breakup. Now, y'all know I like to read between the lines. So what I think happened, let's go. I definitely think, first of all, the source that's claimed that talked to People magazine is from Michael's camp. And I definitely think this was a Michael-led breakup, because I'm going to read the statement one more time. The statement says, they still love each other, the source said. Now, the source goes on to say this. Now, listen, this source is only speaking about Michael. The source isn't talking about her or what she's put in the relationship or anything. This source is only giving us the Michael point of view. And as a reporter, a blogger, you have to pay attention to the quotes and the context of the quotes, because that gives a lot of the details. So back to this quote. What the quote says here is, Michael matured a lot over the course of their relationship and was ready to commit for the long term. That was the first statement that this source said. And so that basically gives us the idea that Michael was down with this relationship. He was all in it for her. He was really ready for her or whatever. And, you know, he wanted to be in it for the long term. When we hear people wanting to be in for the long term, we think of marriage. They want to be married. The next part of this statement says he let down his guard with her. Now, why would they want to tell us that? Why would the source want us to know, out of everything they could have told us, he let down his guard for us? Because they want us to know that he really, really was after her. And so it goes on to further say, opening up emotionally in a romantic relationship for the first time. And so again, it's just sharing more of his side, more of his opinion, and it lets us know how emotionally heartbroken and despair and how much of a good guy he was and putting forth himself in a good light. Also, you got to remember these other factors playing in. Future just released the album, I Never Liked You Anyway. A lot of us alluded that it was about Lori Harvey. A lot of the songs be talking about Lori Harvey. My favorite song off the album, For a Nut, is about Miss Harvey. You remember he bought her the watch? He talks about it all in that song. So all of those factors playing in. So I'm sure the source is framing this message as if, you know, he wasn't like the rest. He wasn't like, you know, any of her other guys. He really, really loved her and wanted to be in this for the long term. So I'm reading all of this and I'm like, oh, okay. And then the last line was, they had great times and brought out the best in each other, which closes on a soft note, amicable terms. They were cool. They were good. And so I said, yeah, this is definitely somebody from his camp, which makes sense because, again, he is more established in terms of a career than she is. So I could see his PR team wanting to get out and get ahead of something like this, you know, to share his good side, to not put him in the bad light, to not make any, you know, if he had any romantic movie roles of playing a guy, it doesn't diminish his capacity to play in those roles. And then Lori Harvey, she'll always be able to bounce back. For us in the public opinion, we know her from, you know, unfortunately going from high profile individuals and dating. So it really wasn't like she needed to say anything. And normally she doesn't say anything about her relationship. She doesn't comment. She just lets the public think. It's interesting because when I was on Twitter and I was looking at this, a lot of people were like, you know, people mad at her because she's a single Black woman and she's taking control of her life. If she don't want to settle and she wants the next best thing, then she ain't got to settle. If she need more time. And that was a lot of people's stance. Like, she ain't got to be with this man. You know, if she ain't ready to get married, she ain't got to get married. You know, if she wants to still, you know, enjoy herself as an independent woman growing and still date him or be in this relationship, then that's fine. Why does it have to be this or that? And, you know, men hate that, you know, when the ultimatum is pushed back on them. So I saw a lot of that too. Then I saw, you know, she still wants the streets. You know, she's always made for the streets. You know, he wanted a good girl. She's not really a good girl. So I saw all of that as well. That's why I said it sounds like they were trying to get out here, put a statement out so that we know ahead of it. You know, now they're heartbroken. They're still, you know, very much so supportive of each other. They love each other. It's nothing bad. And so literally all I thought was she didn't want to get married. Not saying she wants to be single forever, but she's still living her life and growing up and still determining some things. I don't fault her. I actually think it was better for her to have made this decision than to not have made this decision. Jordan is 35. She's 25, you know, so he's about 9 years older than her. So she has time, you know, maybe she has some goals that she wanted to accomplish that she didn't accomplish yet. I don't think, you know, I certainly don't think she's a gold digger. She's chasing after him for anything because, you know, look at the caterer of men she's been dating. Steve Harvey posted on his Instagram something along the lines of take a chill G, or you need to take a break G, or something like that. People were alluding he was talking to Michael B. Jordan. And I said, maybe he was talking to Lori Harvey. I mean, we always be trying to, but maybe he was talking to Lori. We don't know the dynamics of their relationship either. So that's how I felt here. I definitely felt like it was a very strategic statement released. And I think you're going to have low, very, very low damage, PR damage from this because of the way they did this. She doesn't really have to say anything. He put out that, and now it's all up to us to speculate. And that's that. And I love the way they did this. I love it. This is what you call a PR team working perfectly. Now, they could have broken up weeks ago because remember, he didn't go with her to the Met Gala. She showed up by herself and everybody was like, oh, shit, you ain't here by yourself. So they could have been broken up. But because, you know, they have a great PR team around them, it was done in the way it was done. So what do you all think about this? Let's see. Whatever Uncle Daddy doing to her, I'm glad ain't no man doing it to me. Ain't no man better not. You don't want that hook? Yes, Michael B. is baby. I saw your comment. Don't think I ain't see. I saw your comment talking about something. He'll be all right. Between you and me both, he'll be all right. I saw your comment. I like them two together, but if the rumors are true, he should have thought about dating someone 10 years longer than him if he was ready for marriage and children with the next few years. Bingo. Get them goals together. Make your demands. You should have came from the onset. Like, I'm ready to settle down. I'm approaching my 40s. He's 35. You know, maybe they didn't have that talk. Maybe they did, and she told him that, you know. I think it's plausible that he proposed and she declined. I agree. And he may have had his feelings hurt. Like, I'm Michael B. Jordan and you declining me? Okay. You know, he may have had that ego stroked a little bit because he is Michael B. Jordan. I'm going to show y'all a video clip of him the following this weekend out after this news is broke. He was spotted out this weekend at a game, and his face, people were saying he looked so sad and down. And I was saying he still looked good. What the fuck? He still looked good to me. Baby, listen. You better read between. Okay, sometimes you got to sit and like, wait. Who's giving the statement? And then who are they talking about in this statement the most? And what light are they talking about it in? Michael B. Jordan was using her as his beard. He needed black women support. MBG don't like black women before this. Y'all. He will probably end up with one of those mayonnaise folks. No. Oh my God, Larry is no. Future was hurt when Lori left him. Oh, baby. Future was hurt. I listened to it all over the album. I said, oh, my baby. Future was hurt. Future was hurt. I don't know if she ain't listened to the album because maybe that she need to listen to it. She had that nigga in his feelings. I said, damn, she got that snap. That bitch close up on you, baby. You be in it. She got that snap. She got a snapper on her. I ain't mad at her. She need to go make a mold and sell that bitch because she might be the black Kim Kardashian on some real shit. She had Future hurt. I said, oh, I like this Future hurt in his feelings. He over here cooing on a song. I hear you, Future. Lori got a long line of broken hearts, don't she? MBJ is casting Lori as a slur who is black and she don't settle down. Lori's already known as being fast and messy when it comes to dating. MBJ threw Lori shade. You think it was a little shade in that? Or didn't they say Future have mercy? Oof. He said, now on the song, he said he got monkey nuts, but musty nuts? Y'all make too much money to have anything musty. I don't get it. I don't understand. That's like when the rich people be saying they don't brush their teeth or they don't take baths every day. You make too much money to not take a bath every day. There's no reason anyone should not be, unless you're homeless, you don't have access to it, or you're stranded, or, you drive trucks or some shit, or you've been on a flight for long. But there's no reason you shouldn't take a shower, a bath, every day. You're disabled, you're incapable of doing it for yourself, all of those reasons. Other than that, everybody should be in the tub. And the whole brushing your teeth, no, that's just gotten over me. I just don't understand how people can go a day without brushing their teeth. Nasty bastards. Lori want to have her hot girl summers. I don't blame her. Heartbroken. You don't think Future was heartbroken? People forgot that MBJ was caught with 2 Mayo men and his Wonder Bread yacht trips. When this was getting traction, he suddenly has the black Kim Kardashian as his girlfriend. I remember that too. On that yacht, they just show him sitting courtside looking very lonely. Let me show y'all this. He didn't look too sad to me. Did he look sad to you, Voodoo? He looked like, I said, well, he still looked cute to me. I mean, he looked like he just had it's been a rough week. It's been a rough week. You proposed. I still will go. Child. Oh, poor baby. Poor baby. It'll be okay. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. Aw. Well, I didn't see that. I'm off today, so I'm going to browse the interwebs. That part, I was trying to be nice. Teacher, y'all. Messy. He was on a boat in a club with that palm colored woman. I remember him and Stilo Brim, period. Now Michael gonna do some sex scenes now. With you mean a movie? Let's say with who? Don't forget he's an actor. Turning it up or down, depending on the audience next. Oh, he's about to turn it up. He turned it down there. He's about to turn it up. He's finna turn it up. Future wasn't her. He was looking for additional income for all that child support he has to pay. He definitely got it. He had a #1 album and a #1 hit off of this. And I like the album. Lori is this generational Halle Berry. Beautiful woman, just for whatever reason, relationships don't last. And I know people like that, you know, they have it all, everything that you would think for a relationship, and they never make it in a relationship. You'd be like, what's going on? And I just feel like it's because your outside is not matching your inside. There's a disconnect there. Like maybe she don't want to be this whole bad, you know, I'm a good girl image. Maybe she really do got a thotty side to her, and as she's getting older, she's 25. She wants to do that. Y'all notice how Chloe and Haley bust out the scene like, yeah, we were singing this good music, but I'm about to drop that ass on you. And they did that shit quick because taking the advice from her mentors, it's hard to come out of being a child or a good girl image into something else if you don't make that quick turn. Remember Britney Spears from Oops, I Did It Again she flipped that shit real quick, you know? So I think I don't know, part of me feels like Lori Harvey, you know, she's a fun girl, you know, she's a fun, look at who she's dated. You can't tell me they dating bad, you know, good girls, like, you know. And maybe for Michael B. Jordan, she was a good girl until she didn't want to be married. I hear you, and they hear you too. We all hear you. Ain't much thinking, but I wouldn't say sad, just isolated and distracted. He looked like he needs some pussy. Oh wait, listen, it's so funny you say that. I be saying that about something like he need to get some. Come on, Roman, that was not heartbroken. Look at the photos. Who, Future? You don't think Future was heartbroken? I definitely think he can mask it well, but I definitely think he had a little bit of like, damn, yo, I thought I had something there. He look good, don't he? Risa, look, listen, now. He doesn't look hurt at all. I wonder why he goes so long between haircuts. That scruff. Hi, Eli. You want to say hi, Eli? You want to come? You want to come here? You want to come say hi? You want to say hi to the people now that you feeling better? Say, hey, Miss Crow. Say what up. Say what up. Say what up. You want to look in the camera? It's right there. You want to say hi? Like, no, get me off this table. You want to say hi. You want to say hi? Hey, He just woke up, coming in here like a grown man. All right, we gonna go. I'm gonna go walk you. All right, y'all. So that was my take on everything. Let's run it down real quick of what we talked about today. And so we started the show off on local news. And we talked about the Philly mass shooting. And I definitely wanted to define what mass shooting was to the group, to let them know that this is just, mass shootings now are being labeled as, and has always been, 3 or 4 more victims that happen in the same incident in the same location. And that's how Philly has been dubbed a mass shooting. 3 dead, 14 wounded. I also played a video clip of what, happened. So if you didn't catch that, you want to red ball to the beginning of the live. We also talk about this museum offering a Juneteenth watermelon salad and how they face backlash. Now, I did a little bit of research and found out that they said they work with the management and the staff to determine the menu. Well, among that management is a very, I think it was about 3 or 4 Black folks between the kitchen and the museum. So that's another conversation for Wednesday's local news. We talked about Summer Walker and her baby daddy issue, how she put up a post and deleted it. He's the worst baby daddy ever. And it's like, news is where? Oh, shit. And we switched up the flow. All right. And then we also got into Summer Walker's lackluster performance this past weekend at the Roots picnic. She was so moody and such a nasty attitude that they put her, instead of her closing out the show, they moved her up and let WizKid close out the show to save the audience from leaving. apparently everybody on the last night wanted to see WizKid, and they weren't here for Summer Walker. And I showed a clip of her performing, and it was definitely lackluster. But she's not a performer. She sold us this time and time again. Mariah Carey, we talked about her copyright infringement lawsuit for All I Want for Christmas. Now, the song don't sound like it. It don't even got the same melody or anything or pitch. It's just simply the same title. The title of the song was titled back in 1987. However, the person never trademarked the song. And so now Mariah did it in 94. They're trying to trademark it now. And they're trying to rely solely on the fact that they put the music out before Mariah Carey, trying to dub hers inept and invalid. But like I said, I don't see that being possible. You waited all this time, sir. You don't go sit your ass down somewhere and go write another song, come up with another title. Now, they're saying that Nick Cannon reportedly is expecting another child. I am hoping this is not true. However, Abby De La Rosa, she took to her Instagram to show that she's pregnant, and she wants you to pay on her OnlyFans to find out more information. I don't give a whole hell of a fucks, so I won't be doing that. But I'll wait to find out the news in the media. Nick, wrap that shit up. Damn. Lizzo clapped back at a fan who tried to use her name as an insult, and basically she's like, dudes be ugly with no bitches, talking about, okay, Lizzo, as an insult in girls' comments. I'm beautiful, rich, and get immaculate dick. It's a compliment. If you can't make it past the cheeks, just say that. So she basically saying, if you calling girls Lizzo, it's a compliment because she's beautiful, rich, and she get good dick. So what are you really saying? And I'm all here for the Lizzo clapback. Yeah, I need my sound effect because I would have did a horn right there. Amanda Seales responds to being left off the real finale episode. Again, girl, you was there on the show for 5 months. I could see if, but yeah. Oh, I guess, honey. Poo-poo. Blueface Sister, after their viral fight between the mother, the father, the husband, the sister, all kind of shit, she tweets that her husband left her. And I say, do you blame him? Do you blame him? 50 Cent trolls Madonna by showing, she posted this picture. Go check it out, roll ball back. Her legs in this, I think it was like a two-piece bathing suit, gothic, and he compared her to some aliens, which is very on point. Metro Boomin lost his mother in a murder-suicide. Apparently her husband shot and killed her and then killed himself. And so rest in peace to Metro Boomin's mother, and my condolences to him, his family, and anybody else who may be affected by this situation. We also talked about MoNique and how she accused Hughley of neglecting his daughter. In this title, you see nowhere anything of a contract dispute or anything like that, which lets you know that this situation is definitely taking a turn. D.L. Hughley's daughter responds to MoNique, and she addresses him. And basically what I'm saying is MoNique is hurt. She's bitter hurt, and she's out for revenge. She feels like she can risk it. She ain't got nothing to lose, and she's going up against people who do have stuff to lose, who don't want to risk it all. And so their response to her will not be the same response that she's giving them. And I feel like if she wants that, she needs to go to another place for that, because in the real professional career world, I'm not beefing with my coworkers. We have a dispute, we're going to handle it the right way. I'm not going to go unearth a video of my coworkers and put it out there. It's not what I do. Now, if you're going to be a comedian and do it on stage, that's cool, that's fine. But when you start doing other shit, pulling it off stage, you're playing at your incline. And I don't want to see you go back down. So MoNique, get this shit together. And we ended on the Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey reportedly breaking up. And again, I definitely think his camp issued the statement. And it's all based on the fact that I'm coming, baby. He proposed and she declined. And that was our show today. Now, tonight at 9 p.m., the live is already set up. We're doing a Bad Boys of LA, the finale review. I'm going to have my little wine. I'm going to have my libations and all that good stuff. And we're going to sit here and we're going to talk about it. We're going to have some clips. We're going to prepare ourselves for the reunion show whenever or however they film that. So please join me tonight at 9, even if it's only 5-10 of us. Please come through and support your boy. Let me see what y'all is talking about. I'm not clicking on that link. I hope it's gone. Why do they do this kind of stuff? Y'all already took them out. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what's wrong with people. Hi Eli. Yeah, he feeling much better now. Much better. He ready. You see him. He ready. Watermelon salad. Juneteenth. Okay. Summer was warm. Maria is over. Every clip I see of Summer, the vocals are not there, and she is not in the least entertaining. Tony and the others are not dancing. That's what I was saying. I'm like, she just doesn't look. She's so stage fright. She has so much anxiety that she cannot do it. I don't know what it is, girl. You need therapy. They will help you get through it. I promise you that. Don't burn bridges, girl. When Madonna dies, the government's gonna admit that we had a great walking acting. We did have someone walking amongst us. Have a wonderful day. You too, Love Bug. Thank you. Thank you, T. Trisha One. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I always love when you come through. Oh, good fun. I can't wait. Yes, that's tonight. See y'all later and have a great day. Yes, you all. Thank you again for making this another great show. I appreciate you all. I love the support. And until tonight at 9 p.m., deuces. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go. Oh, let's start this show. King Roman news gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman news.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman News. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman News, coming just for you. King Roman News, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Roman News, King Roman News.